That doesn't even come through the damn mic. I do it every time, and the can sound never comes through the actual mic, so it's kind of pointless. But what's going on, guys? Welcome back here. It's been how long were we off? We were off for like a week. I mean, maybe 2 streams missed though.
Yeah,
Maybe
we had 2 that
I
were
think it was
missed.
2, but we took a week off, and but now we're back. Tons of news to talk about. Season 2 of the show this past Monday. That was good. We had a
Right.
lot of stuff to talk about. We're gonna have a lot of stuff to talk about this upcoming week too. This is the annoying thing though. Like Loki is on Wednesdays now, so we have to do our Loki reviews and discussions today. Like we can't do them on the show like we normally do, which is
Right.
fine. But I don't know. I just kind of wish, it's. I feel like Loki moving from Friday to Wednesday affected everybody in some way. Like some people just liked it being on Fridays in general. Other people we're just used to it because Mandalorian season 1 and 2 came out on Friday, WandaVision came out on Friday, then Falcon Winter Soldier came out on Friday, but then Loki's all of a sudden on Wednesday. And it's just like, what? This kind of complicates
Just
things.
kind of throws a stick in the spokes there.
Yeah. And it's mainly just, like I said, it's unfortunate for me, just in the sense that, and for us, I guess, just because, like I said, it was like the end segment of our show every week. And I liked that. It was nice. It was like we always were guaranteed ending the show on like a high note. I always felt like,
Yeah.
yeah. Not that it's like not any other time, but like I don't know. It was a tradition. It was a ritual, if you will, to end the show with the latest Disney Plus spoiler discussion and review. But we got Rick Metz here. What are you doing, Rick?
What's good? What's up? How's it going?
Speaking of which, like I said, we do have to do the reviews here. So John will be joining us here at some point in time. Let's see if old Ricky Boy's camera is set up here good for him. Hopefully it is.
There
It is.
I
You're
am.
very
There
white.
I am. Let me center myself a little better here.
Oh, you're good.
That's not bad.
Good. Yeah, I just may turn down some of the brightness on you. And
I look a little
you'll be all
pale.
set, dude. Bam, fixed.
Perfect.
Let me adjust this
Oh,
white balance
orange
a little
now.
bit. I'm adjusting the white balance. You just hold on. Why is it like?
There we go. There we go. Look at that handsome devil.
What about there? Let me lower brightness a little bit. Maybe up that contrast. Oh yeah, look at that. That's crisp. That's crisp. That's about as good as we can get you looking.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
I'm working with what I got here.
Hey man, it's fine.
Face for radio.
We're doing what we can here. Oh, apparently old Rick. Apparently old John is under a tornado warning and everyone's in the basement.
Well, I just got a text message from a friend of mine over on the west side, and there's sirens going off, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, John's up in Dayton, so he's a little bit north of us.
But no, yeah, Dayton and like Xenia and all that, they're apparently getting like hit hard.
Well, so if we lose power, guys, it's because we got some storms going on here. I guess, dude, this could be our special news edition of H&U here. Let's pull up let's pull up the radar.
Yeah.
What do we see here? This is weather.com, I guess. I haven't looked at the weather in a long time. Where's my brother-in-law when you need him? Andy's all about the weather. He could tell me everything. He probably has an app that would instantly pull up the top.
Yeah, Andy's probably on top of it.
Yeah, dude. Where can I yell?
Shout out to Andy.
Let's see, Cincinnati, Ohio. Where are we at? I'm just fucking ads, man.
I know, and you're just like trying to watch it.
It's like I just want to see if I'm gonna die. Like I don't. Who cares if I'm blocking your shitty ads? Okay, see radar. Okay, so just don't mention exactly where we are, Rick. Just so we don't get docked or anything here.
Yeah.
Not stalked. Doxed. You know what I mean? I ain't finna get.
I'm not trying to get doxed.
That's what I'm saying.
Damn. So which way is this heading?
Well, it looks like. Let me make sure this is centered on the screen here. There we go. So it looks like it's going this way. Yeah, I don't know. Where's the play button for this?
We've got a cold front coming in. Scroll down a little bit, maybe.
Extend radar. I don't need to scroll down because this is like Kentucky here. This is over us and everything.
And
Oh, hold on. It's getting my exact location.
damn it.
Oh wait, no, it's not. That's just Cincinnati. It looked like it did, didn't it? When I zoom out though, you see like right
Yeah,
where the
it
thing
looks
is.
like it's close. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're good. This is fine. This is fine. We'll pull it back up.
You hit like the space bar and
Maybe. No, it doesn't seem to do anything. So here's Cincinnati. Uh, there's a lot of red.
out of red. I'm just wondering which way it's like actually going.
Show the menu.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Oh yeah, we gonna get hit.
Oh yeah, it's coming right. It's coming right over every. Yeah.
Dude, we're fucked.
Where's this red hitting? Oh,
Like all over.
dude, yeah, we're gonna be like in the heart of this storm here. Oh
I
wait,
can already hear the
wait,
thunder
wait,
outside.
wait.
There's no way.
Wait, that's like 1 o'clock in the morning though. Hold on, let me go.
Well, I know that's about to go down for it. Looks
Okay,
like
so all up until 11. At 11, we're still gonna be in green. Ish.
ish.
Greenish. So but that's we gotta say this is like where are we at right now? So 10. Okay, yeah. So in the next couple hours is when we're gonna be getting fucked.
Yeah.
Fucked right in the ass.
Hopefully our power doesn't go out.
Well, actually, dude, we're kind of skirting by this. Look at this. So 11:04, we barely get into the yellow. Like Cincinnati barely gets into this, right?
Yeah.
Then we go here, and we're barely dodging
That's
it again.
purely an estimation, though. I mean, like those
I know, but then look at 11:30,
we're just in a green bubble.
we're in the green. But then at 11:40, 12 minutes later,
we're just
right in the heart of the storm here,
yeah, in
dude.
the thick of it. Looks like it's gonna storm for a little while. So if on the show here we suddenly get cut out, the power probably went out.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, like I have a battery backup here for my computer and everything, but
There's like sirens going off and everything.
it's not going to help the network. Like if we lose power around here,
Not
unfortunately,
to quote the great Christian Bale. The storm's coming. I watched that scene the
Yeah.
other day, actually.
put the little eye back. Remember that shit back from when you were a kid?
Yes.
Put that over your face. Can't do it with my glasses. Star's coming.
Jim Gordon's just like, the hell are you doing on my porch, man?
I know, right?
I'm just taking the
That
trash
was
out.
always the fucking goofiest scene because of that. Gordon literally steps outside because his wife and kids are yelling and shit. He's just like, I just want some fresh air, god damn it. And then there's just a dude in a bat suit out
I know.
there. The storm coming. It's just like, could this day get any fucking worse, dude? Yeah, 12. We're just getting all sorts of fucked up. Yeah, so damn, I hope we don't lose. Well, hopefully I'm tired enough by then and I can just go to bed.
That's what I was gonna say. Did we just get power flickering?
No.
Oh, okay, that was just me. Yeah, I'm the kind of person though, like once it starts storming really good, like and I'm out, like I'll sleep right through it.
Oh yeah, I don't care about that. I just meant if we lose power, I don't want to be sitting there bored, like awake, like
That-
forcing anything.
Well, at least it's not super hot out. Dude, we're screwed, man. Like
It's not cold out though.
It's gonna be storming all night. Well, the reason that this is happening, I was watching the weather earlier, is we've actually got a cold front coming. When that area of high pressure hits the
Doppler Eric.
what's that?
I said hit me with it, Doppler Eric.
When that area of low pressure meets that area of high pressure, condensation and moisture forms in the atmosphere. It also causes disturbances in the atmosphere, which we know as thunderstorms and tornadoes. I should have been a weatherman.
Yeah, so come 10 o'clock, I'd say. So coming up in like next 40 minutes, that's when we'll start seeing some changes around us.
I can already hear it.
Yeah.
The special weather edition of the live stream. So John might be a minute, it sounds like. If not a couple minutes.
Yeah. He might not even make it. It just depends.
Yeah.
Because if this storm's gonna if they're in well, where the fuck is like the Dayton area? Lebanon, Kettering, Dayton. Okay. So at 9
John's just a little north.
now. So yeah, right now he is in orange. He's like up in
Well, it
he's
looks
up in
like
this area.
it's just gonna even at the end of it, it looks like it just continually forms over top of us, like which
Uh,
we're in the Ohio
He's gonna
Valley.
get lucky though. It's gonna pass over him.
Yeah, we just get screwed with the
So
rest of it.
yeah, by time like so right now he's like kind of in the thick of it, but he's barely in it. He's nowhere near in it as much as Cincinnati's going to be, like at all. Like, cause like he's up at the very top of this thing,
We're screwed.
whereas Cincinnati, where the fuck did Cincinnati go?
If you're joining us in the live chat, tell us how the weather is by your house.
Yeah, are you in Ohio?
Are you in Ohio? Yeah, we're probably other people are probably like
Yeah, because it's really this is there's Cincinnati. God, I'm a fucking idiot. It's like I couldn't find it. So right now, yeah, like John's area is gonna be getting like the shitty part of it, but it kind of like he got lucky though because the whole like orangey red shit passed like kind of right in between him and
it looks
us.
like it just keeps rolling over top of us for like the rest of the night. Like if you
It
just
does
keep
for us
yeah, like it just keeps forming like
because like yeah, we're getting hit by all of it, like all this orange shit, and then like Dayton will get another hit come 11 too. Well, they get luckily being a lot of the green for a
yeah,
bit of
that's just
this.
rain.
Yeah, so granted, yeah, this is like estimations, obviously, but it looks like for the most part, when we're getting just absolutely fucking fucked in the ass, so they're gonna be like
Yeah,
not
it's
sunshine
cool.
and rainbows, but they'll be all right.
It'll be
I
okay.
mean, they'll be okay. They won't be as bad as we're gonna be off here around like
Right.
10, 2 o'clock.
Right. See, with me though, I don't know about you or I don't know about anybody else out there. I like thunderstorms and bad
Oh, dude,
weather.
I think they're cool,
As
man.
long as it doesn't affect me personally, like I'm cool with it.
Yeah, dude, I love like when there's crazy like lightning and shit and like seeing all them tendrils pop over.
Oh
Have you
yeah.
ever seen some cool ass like rolling lightning?
Oh hell yeah.
It looks awesome.
Well, the other thing too, we were talking about it earlier when I was at work around like 12 o'clock today. It got dark out, like
Oh
just
yeah,
straight
yeah.
up dark out.
It was like pitch black out, like very briefly. Didn't last very long, but it was like
Very ominous.
it was like noon, like you were saying. We were talking about before. It's weird when you know it's a bright sunny day. Feels pretty decent outside even at that. And all of a sudden it noon rolls around and you look out your window and it's fucking pitch black.
Yeah, right.
It's always a bit unsettling. So I was gonna do too. I guess since we're gonna have some time to go here, we can wait a little bit to get into anything to see if John can join us. I'll try to pull up these pictures because I put in the description of this video. I did put in there that I might do a collection update. Problem with that is I didn't actually have time to finish doing everything I wanted to do. So, and it's not gonna be like a full collection update by any means either, because like I showed off a couple weeks ago when we went and got those cases. When Rick and I went and were manly men and got all those cases.
That was not fun.
It was
Actually, it wasn't bad. I enjoyed spending the time with you.
yeah, I mean, that's so sweet. So sweet, air was so sweet. No, but it was rough. Like, I still have a bruise on my knee from it. It's like
When we almost dropped it outside.
yeah, like, it was bad. There were some rough times with
That
it,
was
but I
nerve
don't have
wracking.
all those set up, though, long story short, but I can kinda try to explain what I'm gonna do with those because Rick, I actually haven't told you this yet either, so you might appreciate this. This video is also very jank, so I'll do it just to kinda, like, I said there'd be a collection update, so I'll stick to my word here.
Right.
You know what I mean? I
So
said it.
you got a jank video to share?
I got a jank video to share of just, like, the lights and stuff, what I'm working on.
Can you excuse me for 2 seconds?
What are you gonna do?
I'm getting a call.
Oh, you're fine, yeah, I'll mute you.
Hey.
Yeah, so I got this jank video, I'll pull it up here. Hopefully, it's decent enough. I don't know why my phone is taking forever to index here. As you can see here, see, just like I'm just indexing here. Indexing, there we go, now we're good. Okay, now I need to see when this is. Okay, this is the video. Is this it? Load it. Yeah, this is brutal. Brutal. I'm complaining about like seconds long data transfers when I remember the days, man. I was there for dial up and all that bullshit. I shouldn't be complaining, but I am. What is happening? God. Okay, so I have this right now. Briefly, you're gonna see this. Is it?
It's like
Oh wait, this is the wrong one. Need this video. Okay, so here's my jank video. All right, and I filmed. I said it was jank. I was gonna like post this on like Instagram or something. That's why I did it in the vertical format. So trust me, I'm all about the landscape. But this is the jank video. So if you remember from a while back in which I did post this on Instagram, where I said like best DTOF lighting, and I was like for real about it. That was when I did this perimeter sweep here with I got some V channels that also have diffusers that pop over top of them, and I ran one 16-foot LED strip through the V channels around the entire perimeter of the DTOF, and it's awesome, honestly. Like, it looks great in person. So the video, like I said, it's gonna be kind of jank. It's kind of hard to get the full effect for it. Now, I said this is jank because I didn't have time to actually do the center one. So obviously, once I get this center one complete, which I'll have complete tomorrow, because I did cut all the V channels for that one. I just didn't have time to put it all together because before I did the V channel shit and the LED strip for this one on the far left, I had to actually take it down and put my mirror back panel on it first. So it took a lot longer than I expected. Not really more than I expected. I just didn't have time to get to it. Because as you can see, the mirror panel is fucking awesome. Like, you can see Krennic perfectly, like perfect reflection here. You can see Heavy Infantry Mando, like a reflection there. And then you can also kind of get a little bit of glimpse of it. It's kind of hard to see in the video, but you do get a little bit of that like infinity mirror effect. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like super strong, but I mean it's not. Oh yeah, you are. Sorry.
Hey,
My bad.
hey,
You weren't saying nothing yet, thankfully. Anyway, you were just saying yeah, yeah, yeah. But either way, so yeah, we got the mirror stuff back here, and as you can see, if you did catch the most recent review here of our girl Jen Urso, she is now in the shelf there. She's got a shelf to herself right now. I was debating, Rick, what do you think about this? I was debating because I don't have obviously we don't have a any other rebels from Rogue One, right? Like, they
right.
didn't make any.
No Cassian.
Yeah, they haven't
Yeah.
made a Cassian. They didn't make one for Rogue One. Maybe they'll make one for the Cassian show.
I think
Maybe.
they made a Baze Malbus one.
Well, they didn't, but he's the big guy, right?
Yeah, the guy with the
Yeah.
gun, Chirrut's
They did
boy.
make Donnie Yen. Did they
Oh,
make Baze?
I don't think they
I
did.
don't think they made Baze. They have him on preview, but they never made him, if I'm remembering correctly.
Why did
I
they
got
do that?
I don't know. I'm still waiting on the good news is too, I complain about this all the time. Well, before I get fucking too carried away, here's what I was gonna say before I change subjects again. Rick, I need your opinion. Should I keep Jin on a shelf by herself
No,
or move her over with Krennic and Death Trooper?
that's exactly what I was gonna say. Even Leia would be fine,
I don't want her
but
with
you've got
Leia
a
though,
lot
because
going on down there.
well, that's the thing. With Leia though, everything would be temporary with Leia because I'm gonna get Bespin Lando like next year.
Then you'll be good. Yeah.
Yeah, so like that's Bespin Leia, so Bespin Lando is gonna go with her because he comes with a similar kind of like backdrop that she has, so they'll go good on the same shelf together.
Mhm.
So the only thing is I like Jin having her own shelf, and I kinda like having a lot of figures on a shelf by themselves. I think it makes them look even more, like, fucking special, like, in all honesty. Like,
Right.
but she's so small is the only problem. Like,
She is tiny.
she is a tiny little figure. So, like, she's sitting there in the center of a shelf, and it's just like, there's just so much empty space.
Yeah.
Like, so I
That's why
was
I think it'd be better with the Krennic and the Death Trooper.
yeah.
I mean, that's just me.
If I had I tell you what I would fucking do. If I had Jin in her Imperial outfit, I would 100% have her
That
on
would
that
be
same
sick.
shelf. Like,
An
especially with the
Imperial
red
disguise.
lighting, like, it would look fucking cool.
With that Imperial disguise, yeah.
Yeah, it would look really fucking cool. But anyway, here's the jank video so you can kinda get an idea of what it all looks like.
At least a pretty decent idea. I
Yeah,
mean,
it gets the point across for a little bit. But I have these strips are all, like, their own individual strips. I don't have them connected. That's why I can change the color and have that one red and the other one white.
look at that face.
Yeah, I know. See, and you can see obviously like the mirror background, right? Like it's not a like it's actually like a chromed window tint, so it's not like a one-to-one mirror, for instance.
Yeah.
So it's not a harsh reflection, which I prefer, honestly, because it's subtle. It's a subtle mirrored background, which I feel like it adds a little bit more of a more dimension to it, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it gives it some depth.
Yeah. So if it's just a mirror, just be a mirror, but, like, I don't know, I'm more partial to, like, it being how it is, honestly. It almost kinda makes it look like a frosted mirror in a lot of ways, or just like a
Yeah.
tinted mirror in all honesty. But that's the thing, like, I got heavy infantry, like, by himself, right? And he looks perfectly fine because he's
He's
beefy.
huge,
Yeah, he's
yeah.
beefy, he, like, takes up, like, the whole shelf. And I had if you saw here, I ended up putting my 2nd Darth Maul down here on a speeder. I did not have that like that until you got here. So, like, before I just had Qui-Gon on the shelf by himself, and he looks fine, like, he takes up most of the shelf, like, it looks good. Like, Maul's by himself, I got, like, Vader by himself, 2 Mauls by themselves, and then I got Anakin by himself, and
They work by themselves,
it
though.
all looks good. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
I like how it looks like that. I hate that it didn't actually, like, crop like, turn the fucking thing, but yeah, like, in the end, I think this thing is gonna look amazing come tomorrow once I get the LED strips in the center one. Now, granted, it's gonna look even better once I get all these pre-orders in. Like, once I get these pre-orders in, like, holy shit.
Yeah, you got quite a few coming, don't you?
Yeah, and it's really upsetting too because, like, right now I have, like, Cody and Obi-Wan, which is fine. Like, they go together. That's his dude. That's it. Like, that they're their dudes. Granted, though, it's not the correct Obi-Wan, technically, because it should be my, it wouldn't be a show if I don't complain about not having Clone Wars Obi-Wan. So if I had this fella,
That bad boy.
this boy would be with Commander Cody, like 100%. This is what I would have with Commander Cody. Unfortunately, I don't have this because they haven't fucking released it. But here's the good news. This is what I was going to tell you before.
Hmm.
So if you remember me always complaining about them not releasing this figure yet, right?
Yeah.
It went on there last time for like the longest time. It said right now it's showing 2020 Sideshow Con.
Yeah.
That means it was essentially the last time it was on preview on display. This just switched over to this though. Before, it was 2019 San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh, damn.
So they did update it, which gives me faith that
Maybe.
maybe they'll fucking release it at some point. Like,
I hope so.
I really hope so. But I did see though, worst case scenario. This is not an ideal or optimum solution by any means because I would lose out on a figure, but I could buy like a 3D printed version of that armor to put on Obi-Wan.
You could, but
But the problem is it's not really that simple because he does have a different outfit.
he
So
does,
I would
yeah.
have to buy like Justin from Justin's collection actually did this because he has a 3D printer, but he had to buy a like an old sideshow clone outfit. And he
Oh, and
had to
just, like, take it
buy
apart.
yeah, took it apart, so he had, like, the same, like, undersuit, like that black undersuit there. So he had all that, and then obviously, though, the downside to this is he had to buy a second Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan Kenobi to get the head sculpt, and they are not cheap.
Oh god, no.
Like, they are not cheap figures. So, I don't wanna do that, though. I still stand by I really do think of all the ones that they've announced like, of these Clone War figures that they kind of
Jeez.
abandoned, like, they announced this Padme, which I really, really want. I want this Kit Fisto. I want this battle droid. I don't know why they didn't announce a super battle droid
Right.
or a, what do they call the ones with the slimmer face? They're like these
Destroyer droids?
not destroyers, they're like commando droids. They're
Oh, yeah,
commando,
yeah.
I would like a commando droid. I would like a destroyer. Like, I would love to have one of every droid, like a tactical droid, because then I could have a Grievous, like, droid army, separatist shelf. Like, if I ever got a chance to get Dooku, because I'm gonna have Grievous when it comes, I already got that on pre-order.
Right.
But then, man, if I had, like, a tactical battle droid, a super battle droid, commando droid, a droid deca, and,
Droideka.
a destroyer,
Yeah.
it would be a dope ass shelf, dude. Big
Yeah,
old Grievous in the background, and then all them fuckers, and then Dooku up in the front. Like, be a cool shot. It is thundering and raining right now, I will say, guys. So at any point in time, this screen could go black. All right, we could be out.
we could be dead.
We could be gone. Just saying.
Hopefully not
Not
dead.
dead.
Not dead.
Not dead.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, so let's talk about some of these new releases though. Now that we did the collection update here, Rick. So what we I want to go through. I don't know if you've seen all these. So I'm gonna pull some of these up and see what you thought. So we got the final official release and reveal of the Black Widow figure from the
John's
Black
probably
Widow
stoked
movie.
about that.
This is, in my opinion, the absolute best Black Widow figure that I've seen.
You think so?
100%.
Her face looks a little strange.
No, the head sculpt is the best part about this figure.
Yeah, I
It's
guess it
the
looks better
first-
like from those angles.
Yeah, and it's the first one with sculpted hair.
She's got a lot of earrings.
Like, I think this is a fantastic figure. I do wish, though, and I think a lot of people probably already do this, though. Like, I could almost guarantee you that, like, Justin, for instance, would probably buy 2 of these just for the head sculpt to put on, like, another Black Widow
Pretty
figure.
expensive head sculpt at that point.
Yeah. Just, well, dude, John was showing, like, he posted some shit in Discord where, like, there were some head sculpts he found that were being charged for, like, almost $200.
Oh yeah, I've seen on eBay
It's like,
before.
Jesus, dude. I speaking of which, I have a head sculpt coming in soon.
Oh,
Coming in very soon. And I'm not going to say what it is yet because when I get the head sculpt in, I'll be reviewing the hot toy that it goes with. Now, I've already done like a figure preview of this hot toy and everything, but I haven't actually done a full review of it. So once I get this head sculpt in, though, I will do the full review so I can also do the review of the head sculpt and everything as well.
right.
So stay tuned for that.
Well,
but
I'm intrigued.
But
say the
this
least.
head sculpt, though, is, in my opinion, the best Scarlett Johansson likeness they've ever done.
Yeah, it does look good. It does look good. And some of the angles, it just look kind of wonky. But I mean,
I think honestly, the only thing of it is it actually looks a bit oversized.
it does look a little large,
Like that's the only
like
thing.
slightly.
Like I think they just used too small of a body. Like it could stand to be a little bit bigger of a body,
Right.
like a little bit, nothing crazy, or the head just be a little bit smaller, one of the two. But I love the look of this figure. It's the only Black Widow figure I would ever want. I don't.
Yeah, because you're not an MCU collector.
No, I don't want to get in. I can't get into the MCU stuff. There's just too much of it. And honestly, dude, it's so weird. I don't know what it is. I love the MCU. They're some of my favorite movies. If not, like, honestly, they're some of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
Right? But I've never wanted to collect the figures. And it's not because I don't like it. Like, I love them. But honestly,
That's a deep wormhole to go down.
well, not even that. Like, because it is. And that's one of the hesitations I have. Because, like, I talked about this before. Like, I'm focusing on fucking Star Wars figures, so it's not like there's less of those. There's fucking more of those. Like, in all honesty, there's
Right.
more Star Wars figures. I don't. The only downside is like Hot Toys seems to really favor making these goddamn Marvel figures.
They really do.
over the Star Wars figures, which is really fucking annoying.
They make a Marvel figure for like literally everything.
Well, I mean, how many fucking Iron Man fucking
Dude, how many
Mans
Iron
in
Mans
general?
exist in the?
It's insane.
Yeah.
There's almost as many Iron Man Hot Toys as there are actual Iron Man armor numbers. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
And there's a lot.
yeah, they're up to like what, like 82 or Mark 85 or whatever the fuck it is. Like they're almost there. Hot Toys has almost made 85 of them.
Right.
Insane. And but the thing is though, aside from the aforementioned Iron Man figures and everything, I really haven't liked how a lot of the Marvel figures look.
Yeah.
Like I just like
There's
just,
nothing that really like stands out to me. Personally.
No, and I think the problem with them is that they're just human bodies.
Yeah.
And you get that uncanny valley thing very easily. Like
Yep.
with this Black Widow, for instance. Like you're looking at it and you were saying yourself, like it's just something doesn't look right with it.
The size of the head.
Yeah, it's definitely the size of the head and everything, but you get that with all of them because they're trying to do like a human body.
Right.
And it's like it's the uncanny valley thing with like CGI. At least that's the way my brain is like interpreting it anyway. Like there's always been something with all of them that has just made me not really be super interested in them. But with the Star Wars figures, they always look fucking incredible. Like I don't know what
They really do. They do a perfect job with them.
like they might make more of these fucking Marvel figures, but I feel like they put a lot more love and care and attention and detail in on Star Wars figures, or they just turn out looking better somehow. It's obviously all subjective. All art is subjective, but like I just did the review of this Generso figure, dude, and like I had no intention of ever getting this goddamn figure. It's way too expensive. They just on aftermarket prices for this thing is just way too expensive. But like, this is one of my favorite figures now. Like, I don't know why, but it's just like she comes with so much shit. She's awesome, but you don't have any of this uncanny valley stuff looking at her. Like, it's damn near a
It
completely
looks like you're
seamless
looking at
figure.
what's her name in person.
Yeah, like the fucking likeness is incredible. The proportions are 100% accurate, at least to
The
me.
likeness is 100% accurate.
Yeah, man,
Like, I was looking at it inside when we were standing
it's
there, and I
crazy.
was like, "Holy shit!"
It's an amazing looking figure. And like, and one of the great things about it too is like it is essentially like especially if I have it in this look here with the scarf, this has the appearance of being a 100% seamless figure. You don't see a single joint at all. Like no joints.
Yeah,
Her wrists are covered, her neck is covered, everything else is covered. So it looks fucking perfect. And like I said, it was never a figure ever. I never like seeing pictures of it. Even I was just like, it really is just like whatever. It's just the actress. I don't really care. Jen Erso is in one movie. What do I care? But then obviously it's like super duper expensive because this is presumably the only figure we're ever going to get of her because she died. Spoiler alert.
true.
So like, there's really no need to ever make another one. So the fact that I was able to find this thing for a little bit more than retail, but still way less than what is its going rate, I had to fucking buy it. And everyone always makes a big deal about it when they have it, like not just because it's worth so much money, but everyone really loves it for whatever reason. But now I know why. It's like, dude, I fucking love this figure. The only downside is, like I was saying earlier, is I don't really have anything to put her with, which is like kind of annoying. Like, I really hope they make a Cassian Andor figure just so I can put her on the shelf there, and then hopefully, like, they do a reissue of K2SO because, for the Cassian Andor show, because, like, I fucking missed out on that, like, because K2SO is awesome. I think
KQSO is great.
everybody loves K2SO, so if I could have another chance to get a K2SO figure, I'm gonna take that chance. Because plus, I could put K2SO on my droid shelf when it comes down to it. Because like eventually I'll get my C3PO in, so I'll have 3PO and R2. And if I really wanted to, I could just put K2SO down with him, and then hopefully one day I'll have like an R5 and
Right.
whatever.
That'd be cool.
That's what I'm saying. So like I'll have like I really honestly I've been tempted to buy this because I found it a couple times at like a kind of decent price, but they have a 3-pack of a little mouse droid, and then it's BB-8 and then BB-9.
The black one.
Yeah, the black one, like BB-9D or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
But they have a 3-pack of those, and so it's 3 full size, like, Hot Toys 1/6 scale droids. And I've found it for like a decent price a couple times, but I've always just been like, I don't really know how much I want these particular droids. But if I could find those for like a cool 150 or something, I'd probably buy them. Because
Right.
it's 3 Hot Toys figures, like they are just like some stupid fucking droids. I think the only thing that ever really held me back with from actually getting that was the fact that like I would have really nothing to put the Imperial BB droid off
Right.
or put that droid with. But now that I have Phasma and Kylo, I do technically, and I have Krennic and everything. So like I
Yeah.
actually would
You
have,
got the Rogue Squad.
yeah. So I would actually have a use for the mouse droid and the BB-9D or whatever it is.
Plus, the mouse
BB-9E.
droids are just fucking cool.
Yeah, they're just so small. And then I would also like to get the Jawa that comes with the power droid, because then I just have another fucking
A
droid.
Gonk?
Huh?
Is it a Gonk power droid? Like the
Yeah, the
box
little
with
trash can. It's a trash can looking thing.
Gonk. Yeah. A GNK unit, aka a Gonk droid.
Yes. And the only reason I haven't felt like getting that is because honestly, I think that that 2-pack is a little bit overpriced for what it is. Because like a Jawa is like 3 inches tall.
Yeah.
And then the droid is like also 3 inches tall. And it's like they want like $280 for it. And I'm like, I don't know if I can spend $280 on a fucking 3-inch figure. Like, you know what I mean? It's just there's not enough stuff going on with the Jawa for me to be, like, that interested in it, especially when they sell, like, the Clone Wars Yoda was only, like, $180.
Yeah.
So it's like the droid is not like it's remote control operated and shit. It's just a fucking so I don't know where the extra $100 is coming into play if they're gonna sell Yoda, who is 3 inches tall as well, for $180, then somehow this Jawa and a trash can is worth $100 more than that? No, bullshit. That's like an easy, like, $220 and then maybe it's worth it, like, maybe. That's still kinda pushing it. What are your overall thoughts on this Black Widow figure, though? Is this
It
enough for
looks
you to
good.
buy it?
No.
Would this get you into
I don't
Hot
really care
Toys?
about Black Widow, though.
That's true, but you like Scarlett Johansson.
I do like Scarlett Johansson. Very true. Who doesn't? Um,
True.
I I don't know that I'd ever buy it. I mean, I to
If I
me,
was
like with Hot Toys, it's gonna be Star Wars. That's like all I
100%.
get.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
If I will say this much, if I was forced to buy a Black Widow figure, like, for whatever reason, like, this would be the one I would buy. Let me just put it that way. This would be the one. I do wish, though, frankly, that they should have, like, maybe a Sideshow exclusive version of this or something that comes with the black suit,
Yeah.
like her traditional suit that you could put her in. Like, I think that would kinda be, like, the most optimal way just because it's it's always a shame when they do these, like it's like I'm glad, like, they make these kind of figures with these, like, special suits and stuff because like, it's cool and, like, everybody there's always a suit that someone's gonna like more than anything else, but when you get this nice, fresh, new, arguably best Scarlett Johansson Black Widow head sculpt, and it's only available on the snowsuit one, that's in, like, a one-off movie, kind of unfortunate for a
Yeah, it's
collector,
like a
like
one single look of hers.
it's like I said, it's just because this is, like, the best Scarlett Johansson head sculpt, but you're stuck with the white suit, and you might not like the white suit, so it's like, eh.
White gets dirty.
That's what I've been worried about Krennic's cape and his
Oh yeah,
shirt, man.
dude, I'd almost like Scotch guard that shit just to like keep it from
Well,
getting stained
he
or
is in a
anything.
dust-proof case,
This is true,
so he's got that
and
going
it's not like you're getting him out and well, not as far as I know, you're not getting him out and playing with him. I
only
could
on
be
Thursdays.
yeah. I figured like I'm gonna come over one day and not knock and just walk in. You're gonna be like on the floor, just like pshoo, pshoo, pshoo.
Yep, that's how it's gonna be. Or I've been working on, like, a stop motion video or something.
Now that would be cool.
Yeah, it'd be very time consuming, though. Like, time that I ain't got. Here's the other release, though, that goes hand in hand with this, and now this, I actually think is a very great looking figure. What do you think here?
That's a sick looking fig. I don't know
I
anything
think
about
this thing
Taskmaster.
looks
His
great.
suit looks sick. I like the mask.
Yeah, dude, I think this is a really dope
Who
looking
plays
figure.
Taskmaster?
They haven't revealed it yet.
They haven't even revealed who plays one of the main characters in the movie.
Well, no, because he's got a mask on. People are speculating that it's the husband from Handmaid's Tale, since he's in the movie, but you never see him in the trailers.
No, that would be
So the
fun.
correlation there is like, okay, we know this guy who's like fairly popular right now because he's in one of like the highest rated shows on television. We know he's in the movie, but he hasn't been in any of the trailers. And then we have this Taskmaster guy who they haven't revealed who he is, and he's in the trailers with a mask on. So it's like when you put two and two together, seems like he's probably Taskmaster. But
More
who
than
knows?
likely.
But this is cool though because you can see down here, he actually comes with the Black Panther hands too. Because in the trailer they show him like pulling out the Black Panther claws. Because if you're not familiar with Taskmaster, he's technically speaking a mutant. I don't know if they're actually going to call him that in the movie or anything, but his power is essentially the ability to copy or mimic
What is he like?
anything
a
in
mutant
front
or
of him, like
something?
his fight styles and stuff. What?
What is he like? A mutant or something? Like
That's what I just said. You not listening to me over
I
there?
did.
I said he's a mutant, but I don't know if they're going to call him that in the movie. And his power is this.
Yeah. He's got
Wake
kind
up,
of a
Rick.
Deathstroke look to him.
Kinda.
He's sick looking though. That bow and arrow is really cool.
Yeah, no, so, like, I've seen cooler
Is that a dark saber?
interpretations of Quicksilver or not Quicksilver, but of Taskmaster in the comics, in all honesty. But I think this is a very nice, like, realistic kind of
Interpretation.
first like yeah, like his first night out interpretation of Taskmaster. You know, like this is like his first edition suit.
It's a cool suit.
Yeah, because like in the comics, he essentially just like wears like it's just pretty
He's
much
got
a
like a
skull.
skull. Yeah,
Pretty much.
it's pretty tetch looking.
But I mean, they have the skull stuff like printed on here and stuff, and there's his Black Panther claws and shit. Like, I think he looks good.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Like, I think this is a very
I like that better than the Skojo figure.
yeah, for sure. But this would obviously go with him. What I'm actually kind of surprised they haven't made or even announced making, especially since they have the likeness rights for this fella. But that's what's his name? The Russian Captain America, played by David Harbour. I can't remember his name right now. Let me just
The red Russian Captain America.
Red Guardian.
Red
So
Guardian.
Red Guardian. I'm surprised they haven't announced a Red Guardian figure or even like previewed one or anything because they have David Harbour's likeness. So like I don't know why they wouldn't just because they have it for Hellboy. I don't know if that would technically mean they'd have to do a new contract though. Like I don't really know.
Yeah, like do you get the rights to like the actor's look or the character's look?
Exactly. So like because I mean the actor has to sign off on giving his likeness for them to make that character, that Hellboy figure.
Real talk, if I was ever in the position to have a Hot Toys figure made of me, you better believe I wouldn't sign that contract unless I was like guaranteed like 100 of them.
Oh, good luck. But I will say,
10 of 'em.
fun story about that. That's exactly what Jeremy Renner did.
Good for him though.
No, yeah, he was smart because he initially when they were making the Avengers movie, so they obviously needed to get all the likeness rights to all the Avengers, and he was like, "Fine, I'll sign over my likeness, but on one condition, I get a crate of them."
Yeah.
And then they initially said no, like, and he was like,
This
"Okay," and then he left.
lucky
And then
charm.
obviously as time went on, and the Avengers grew in popularity, and then the Hot Toys grew in popularity, and et cetera, and et cetera, and et cetera, they couldn't not make a Hawkeye figure. So then they came back to him and was just like, fine, you can have a crate of them.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, so yeah, smart fucking guy. Because
yeah,
they go
like,
for a pretty penny.
dude, if I was rich straight up, I'd just pay some artist in Hong Kong to make a custom head sculpt of me. And
You wouldn't even need to do that if you had like a 3D printer and stuff.
this is true.
'Cause
This
you could-
Lucky Charms
could-
cookie's pretty good, by the way.
Yeah, it's decent. They're decent cookies. But you can do like a 3D rendering of you just like with a camera. There's software that like they do it on Corridor Crew.
The
all
glasses
time.
would be hard, but
Well, you just make those separate.
yeah.
So you just 3D print some glass out after. But you literally can take like your DSLR camera and just do a 360 shot going around your head, and then the software will use those images to create a 3D model of your head. And then all you
Yeah.
gotta do is you could further use that software in like a CAD program that could pretty much automatically pull in all the points to measure it out and blah blah blah, and then you just print the motherfucker off. The only problem you just have to paint it and everything, but you still have it. They also do that shit at Comic-Con, like at well, they at least had it at Wizard World one year. I don't know about Comic-Con because I don't live in San Diego. And it's fucking too expensive for me to do that.
Yeah.
But
that'd be an expensive trip.
yeah, Wizard World though, the only downside with this too is it's obviously not something that happens right there on site, but they have this booth and like you can pay them and then they'll do the full scan of your body and they'll make a statue of you or whatever, or you and your wife or whoever the fuck. But the downside is like it's depending on how large of one you get, like what scale. I can't remember what we asked before. I don't know if it was just me and my wife were gonna do it, or me, my wife, and my kids were gonna go do it, and then like get like a little statue of us all. But either way, they said it was gonna be like either $1,500 or $2,500, and it also would take like 6 months to a year for them to actually get it over to you. So it's like that kind of sucks because all they do there at Wizard World is do the scanning portion, and then you got to pay them. So it's like, yeah, I don't know if I'm willing to pay.
And then you gotta
$2,500.
wait, and yeah.
Yeah, but there's really no fucking difference to what I'm doing right now with all my goddamn Hot Toys figures.
No, really. You just don't have the scanning software and stuff.
Yeah, like every single Hot Toy figure I have right now, like it's like I'm not even gonna have it till like next year or the end of the year at best. Because I keep getting delayed, which is unfortunate because like I would have had C3PO was supposed to be here.
That's gonna be a dope figure.
Rex was supposed to be here,
That's gonna be a dope figure.
and there's one more that then Grievous was initially announced to come out in June, but they've all been delayed
Of course
until
they are.
like August to September kind of thing. 3PO might come out in July,
Be chill.
maybe, but yeah, I'm essentially just like writing everything off the year. Now, downside to this shit is all those got delayed, Rick. And all those were supposed to be out like in April to May time.
Is this because of the pandemic, do you think?
Yeah, because it slowed down production and shipping and everything for them. But what I'm really worried about is like those figures were affected and those were supposed to be here already. But I have a bunch, at least 3 other ones that are supposed to ship in October. So now, if these ones are being pushed back to essentially ship when those ones are supposed to have shipped, I'm pretty sure those are gonna get delayed too. So it's gonna be
Right.
like this cascading effect of where like these 3 that I was supposed to have last month get pushed back to October. So now all the ones I was supposed to get in October are probably not gonna come out till fucking January. And then I have a bunch that are supposed to come out in January, so they're probably not gonna get here till March.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
It's definitely some first world fucking problems.
Right.
Like, oh, my thousands of dollars worth of toys won't be here on time. Wah.
Hey, I mean, you bought it.
It's true. I did buy it. It's which reminds me, dude. You know what? You know how I watch like for anyone out there probably is very familiar with this gentleman. If you watch our stuff, because it's very similar in a lot of ways. We talk about a lot of the same things. But I was watching Campia, John Campia, the other day.
Yep.
And he went to Disney World. Okay, so the one in Anaheim, right? Disneyland, rather.
Disneyland, yeah.
Disneyland. Dude, get this shit. The way they're doing things there right now, they literally are robbing people. And like I feel for him when he was talking about this because I have a Disney World trip coming up here in October. So now people are saying that like it's better in Disney World, but I don't know. But we'll see. But this is essentially what happens. So dude buys tickets to go to Disneyland rather. He gets there. And then the way they're doing things now is you have to register in a virtual queue for each of your rides.
That sucks.
So what ends up happening is like Rise of the Resistance, for instance. They literally went there for their anniversary, him and his wife, and they wanted to get there and just do Rise of the Resistance
Have a good time.
and the new Spider-Man ride. That's all. They just want to do those 2 things. So at 7 a.m., the virtual queue opens for Rise of the Resistance. So it's like they wake up early. They're sitting there like waiting for it to, they're tapping the, book it now kind of thing. Right at 7, it hits. And like immediately at 7 a.m., he hits book it. And it says, booked for the full day. No slots available.
How's that even?
Like literally, it's in seconds, the entire slot for the entire day was gone.
That's like those people that wait on like shoe drops and stuff online where like they go to buy it and like they're bought within like literally seconds.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
like
literally like
months
seconds.
that
An
they paid to
entire
do it.
day's worth of seats on a ride. So then he said later on, I think he said like 1 or something, the virtual queue for the Spider-Man ride opened. Same thing happened.
It's ridiculous. Like, what's the point?
Yeah, so they go there, and this is the shitty part, is like they've already paid to do this. Like, they spent like $1,500 to go here and do this, and they only want to do those 2 things. And the shittiest part about this is Disney World or Land, both, they won't refund you. So like you can't book these things in advance. Like you can buy your tickets a year in advance, like we did. We've had our tickets since last year to go in this upcoming October. But we can't register for the ride right now. You have to wait until the day that your ticket is valid for in order
And
to
then
even
you have
get
to-
in these queues.
That's ridiculous.
Yes.
They are robbing people.
Yeah, they literally are because you're literally gambling. It's like, hopefully you'll get in.
Yeah, well, because the thing is too, who the hell wants to go to Disney World or Disneyland and not ride rides? Like,
Yeah, especially the premier ones too.
yeah, I
Which
mean
is-
that's why people go.
Yeah, and it's idiotic that they can't just let you register in advance. Like, I bought my tickets last year. I should have been able to secure a specific time to get on that ride. Like, in the fucking store.
If you've got tickets, you should be able to. It might take a while to get on or whatever, but you should be able to ride the fucking ride.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Who we got?
My wife. Give me a second. Rick, entertain people.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Rick Metz here. We are sitting in the middle of a thunderstorm right now. It is thundering and raining like crazy. Um, Down here in the Cincinnati area where we live. Yeah, that's lightning like crazy. So I think we got like a tornado warning or something. Kind of tight.
Okay, yeah.
Shit. Update.
We have a reporter out on the streets right now. We have a reporter out on the streets.
Sarah DeWeese.
My wife is out on the streets. She's driving very, very slowly to get home. She said she can barely see. The rain's coming down really fucking hard.
Oh, that's nice.
And yeah, so it's 10:30 right now. We're in the Cincinnati area here. So we're kind of in the green right now. It's not looking too bad. This is around like 11. Hold on. Let me backtrack a little bit. What's it like right now? This is in the
11, make
past.
a wish.
This is only 10. Okay, so here we go. We're in the green.
It just keeps coming. It's like it just God.
So bam, this is when we're gonna get fucked around midnight. Damn, son.
As if we're not already.
I know. I wonder. Let's see how it's looking at like 11 because we might want to call it if it like slows up a bit so you can get home. You know what I mean?
True.
If you're not worried about it.
I mean,
honestly, yeah.
11's
Look,
probably when I was thinking.
at
Anyway.
10:56, it's only going to be rain, so that would probably be like the best time.
Well, let's talk about these damn shows.
Yeah. Well, dude, honestly, we should just do the reviews like later.
Yeah, I mean,
just because I don't want John to miss out.
No, John's got opinions and I want to hear them.
Yeah. We can just bitch about figures still. I'm enjoying bitching about figures anyway. Oh, so let's look at these. I forget what I was even fucking saying. Either way, yeah, hopefully, again, we might lose power here, guys, but we're here. We're here providing entertainment through the storm, okay? What we got here? So we're looking at Taskmaster. So is Taskmaster enough for you, Rick, to buy your first hot toy?
No, I wouldn't buy that one, but it's a cool one.
Would you say it's a must-have if you're a Marvel fan?
Yeah, if you're a Marvel fan, sure. I mean, that's a badass figure. I just wouldn't really go with anything I have. Not that I collect much. I got a couple of Black Series figures and some Gundams and some helmets.
You know what this would look actually kind of cool with, though? It would look pretty cool with a Snake Eyes figure. It's got the same vibe to it.
Yeah.
All right, what do you think about this? What do you think about this?
Ooh, Jordan Mormont.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty tight.
This is actually like I think this is done by 3-0. The same. Speaking of Snake Eyes, they're who made the Snake Eyes figure I showed you the other day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they made like the One Punch Man
3-0.
3-0. Yep. But I think they did a phenomenal job with this head sculpt. Like I think it looks really fucking good.
It does look really good.
Like that's a high quality head sculpt.
Yeah, I would say that's definitely a good head sculpt.
I really wish too, dude. Like, cause 3-0's done like a ton of these Game of Thrones figures.
Yeah,
and I fucking love Game of Thrones. Like,
I know
I
you
read the
got
books like and shit. Like, well, I audiobooked it. I didn't fucking read it. It's too much for me to read. But either way, I've read all the source material. I've read all the side books. You know, Fire and Blood, all that shit. Amazing. Dunk and Egg, all the good stuff. But the show ended so badly that I've never had any desire of
It was
wanting these
awful.
figures. It's like I honestly think like, man, it would have been really cool to have like this whole collection of Game of Thrones figures. Like, granted, some of the older ones don't look as good as Jorah here. Like some of the head sculpts are better than the others that they've done. But it would have been a really cool set to have, honestly. Like so, like I think this looks pretty great though.
Yeah, no, that looks good.
Now here it is though, man. Yeah, I've talked about this before. I talked about this when this figure got released, Rick. Now, I was very hesitant on this figure. Very hesitant initially. But I've come around on it because since this figure was announced, I have now finished my rewatch of the entirety of the Clone Wars series. I have finished all of Rebels, and I'm caught up on Bad Batch. And I can confidently tell you that I really fucking enjoyed Clone Wars.
Oh yeah, I know you do. It
So
seems like every time I come over, you're watching it.
these figures look really fucking good to me now. Like I am going to get these once they come out, and I really, 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 really fucking hope that Sideshow expands on this line. Like I was telling John, and I was mentioning in Discord, I really, really fucking hope that they continue making more Clone Wars figures like this with the animated likeness. But god damn it, I hope they go into Rebels too, because Hot Toys never made any Rebels figures. So like there are just no 6 scale Rebels figures. So like it'd be really fucking cool if Sideshow continues this line out, expands upon it, gets into the Rebels stuff, then I can get like an entire Rebels crew. Like that would be really fucking cool. I got a question for you though too. Speaking of Rebels, if Hot Toys made the Rebels figures, let me hit you with this. You know who does the voice for Kanan Jarrus or Caleb Dune?
Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yeah, do you think since Hot Toys does their
Ooh.
realistic likeness shit that they would use his face?
That'd be cool if they did.
I bet
But I
they
mean, he
would.
doesn't really look like.
No, but they make they
Kanan
do
Jarrus.
a realistic interpretation of it though. They
Yeah.
don't make them look like, you know what I mean? Like all the clones look like the dude. You know, what's his name? Tamora Morrison.
Yeah.
Like they don't look like how they do in the show. They look like Tamora Morrison.
But I think they do a good job with that.
No, yeah, absolutely.
Like
But
it's cool.
I'd be willing to bet that they probably would if they made a Kanan Jarrus figure. I bet they'd probably use. Well, they'd probably like take some liberties with it, but I think they would use a base of Freddie Prinze Jr.'s
Your
face.
Black Series Kanan figure doesn't look like Freddie Prinze Jr., but he does look like a realistic interpretation. Here's the thing too, though, with Kanan Jarrus, I'm just gonna throw it out there. After he got blinded and like shaved his beard and all that, when he had like the mullet haircut, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that was at the very.
Dude, I like that haircut. Like he rocked that shit.
He wore that for a day.
But it looked good.
He literally died.
Died with a good haircut.
It was like literally that episode he died.
Did they have like space great clips or something?
No, he actually did it with a knife.
Well, damn. Like
yeah. The blind man cut his beard and his hair with a knife.
The beard, that's a little sketchy. Hair, I can get.
No, dude, that's the thing though. I wish they would make a Kanan figure though, because he could come with all that shit.
Well, you know, in 2008, not 2008, the Clone Wars original animated series, like the mini series, micro series, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Anakin's little Jedi braid. Did you see how that got cut off? Oh, Yoda cut it off with his lightsaber, like when he was basically being inducted as like a Jedi Knight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they have this like big ceremony and whatnot, and yeah, Yoda looks like super serious, and they just slice off his braid. And
I need to go back and rewatch that too.
Yeah, I mean the whole series itself is what, like an hour or two, like
yeah,
because the episodes are like 10, 15 minutes.
But yeah, then like, dude, I love these figures now though.
It does look good. I mean, like especially if you're into Clone Wars. Hey, he's even got those little ration tubes.
He does have the ration tubes. Obi-Wan's got.
Telling Rob here on our cosplay for Star Wars characters, we got to get some ration tubes for our belt.
Yeah,
which they do make. You can buy them on Etsy.
I would just, dude, I feel like I could make that myself very easily.
You know, Bail Organa just got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Oh, did he?
Jimmy Smits.
You get it, Jimmy.
Yeah,
right. Get it, Jimmy. Now, speaking of Clone Wars here, I love these figures. I'm going to get these figures. He even got a fucking, it's got a cover tech wheel here. Cover tech clip. Doesn't his saber have a fucking D-ring, though?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has a D-ring. Wait. Now I gotta look it up. Anakin lightsaber. Maybe he does have a cover tech wheel. Not seeing one there. Not seeing one there. Guess I'll let you guys see what I'm seeing here. I'm not seeing a cover tech wheel. So here's a D-ring on this one, and this is not. Oh wait, there is a cover tech wheel. It's right there in the grip.
Ah, but I thought he had a D-ring. I guess he doesn't.
Luke had a D-ring.
Luke definitely has a D-ring. He's got like a literal D-ring, like it's a triangle.
Yeah. So yeah, Anakin did have a cover tech wheel. I wish I could just fucking see it like better, and like why do none of these pictures have like what I'm looking for here? It's like, what is this? That's Qui-Gon Jinn's lightsaber.
Yeah.
Bam, there it is. Cover tech wheel.
Yep.
Boom.
You're right.
There it is. I feel like that because of his fucking grips there, it'd be kind of hard to flip that on. That thing must protrude out pretty decently far. Interesting. Well, there it is. So again, okay, I love this figure. I'm gonna buy this figure, and I hope that they make more of these figures. What figure would you like to see in the animated line?
Out of like Clone Wars and Rebels and all that.
Yeah, out
A
of
Thrawn
anything.
figure would be kind of cool.
Thrawn would be good, but they might make that with the Ahsoka show.
Right. I don't know. You know, one figure actually that I thought was really cool, and it's not a Hot Toys, it's a sideshow figure, is they have a Commander Gree figure. And he's
Yeah.
got like the alternate head sculpt and all that. But I don't know why. I always thought he was super cool because he had like the camo armor.
You know, also Sideshow, because Sideshow made a while back like a bunch of clone figures. They had a Commander Wolf figure that actually looks pretty cool.
That'd be cool. See, like the sideshow clones don't look bad.
Yeah, they're not too bad.
Like the Gree figure looks just like Tamara Morrison. Like,
Well, I would just leave the helmet on, but like
that's sick.
that's what I'm
Like,
saying. That's the Commander Wolf.
I love that Phase 1 helmet on him. Only $700 with $10 shipping.
That's what I'm saying. This is like okay. But yeah, like here, where's this like the actual? Let me look at it on the sideshow so I can see their promo pictures here. But yeah, I always thought this was a pretty good looking figure. Yeah, like there's their Rex and their Cody. Like they didn't look all that bad.
No. Hot Toys will look better, but that Wolf figure looks cool. See, I like the first helmet, the Phase 1 helmet over the other one, though, a lot. Like, that looks cool. I do not care for the other helmet.
I will say though, like the Hot Toys ones obviously look better, but the head sculpt, it's kind of more reminiscent to the animated.
Yeah, but it definitely still has that Tamara Morrison look to it, but it's definitely
does.
not like spot on likeness or anything by any
Yeah.
means. He's even got the Mando jetpack. Nice.
Yeah. Rex has the Mando jetpack too.
Yeah.
Cody has the more streamlined one. But see, it's like a mixture of Tamora Morrison and the
They do a good
animated.
job with it, yeah.
Like, yeah, I thought
Well, they do enough to
decent
make
job.
him look unique.
Yeah, like if push came to shove and I was able to find like these named clones, these sideshow ones that they made a while back,
It looked good. in your
I'd probably
collection.
buy them.
Yeah.
If I could find them for a decent price.
I mean, you don't need Cody, obviously, but
Yeah, I don't need
Rex.
Cody or Rex.
That Gree figure, though, look that up, man. That is a good looking figure.
Because like he was only $160 when it came out, dude. That would have been nice.
Yeah, like that's, and I mean, you're literally looking at like a Hot Toys quality figure.
Commander Gree.
Yeah, sideshow.
Oh, I hit back. Sorry.
I just love the camo, and I love like his green visor. That one looks a lot more like Tamara Morrison, I think, too, compared to like that Wolf figure.
Not eBay, damn it. Or sideshow.
He's got a crazy haircut too. He's got like the double like anti mohawk.
This is Cody, damn it. Are you? Where is it?
Star Wars sideshow. Yeah, you go.
This is not on Sideshow's site.
Only 130 new too. That's the one Yoda decapitates too, I think. That's a good looking fig, I think.
Yeah, I wish I could have got some of these. It would have definitely filled out my collection with the clones.
I mean, they fit right in, I feel like, with your Hot Toys figure.
Which ones they made?
They got a 501st.
That's Hot Toys. They're coming out. They're coming out soon. This. Yeah, like here's one of their like regular clones.
That looks good.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish I would have gotten these just because like the price, dude. Because I feel so much better about spending
Half the price.
$50 on a fucking clone than I do like
300.
yeah, like just a regular like look at this. The regular 501st just generic clone is $220. It's like
Does it even come with anything? He's got a
I mean, it comes
jetpack.
with like a jetpack and stuff, and like there's a deluxe version where he comes with the Ahsoka helmet,
Yeah.
and like I mean, he comes with stuff, but it's not like it's just an unnamed clone trooper. You know what I mean? I always like feel just like kind of like spending like $220 on just unnamed clone trooper number 4. Like
Right.
it's just it always bothers me when it's someone like Rex. That's fine. Like I get it at that point. Like it doesn't bother me. I always just feel like, man, I could just like spend this money to buy someone who has a fucking name. But I would like to have this figure regardless because it would be nice to I could put him with Rex and Anakin.
Right.
And then I could also, since Rex comes with the Ahsoka helmet and this deluxe version comes with the Ahsoka helmet, I could also put Rex and this clone trooper with the Ahsoka helmet with Ahsoka when I get Ahsoka.
Yeah.
So I could honestly, I guess that's honestly what I fucking have to do is I have to buy 2 501sts. One so I can pose with the Ahsoka helmet, one so I could pose with the 501st helmet, and then I could put one with Ahsoka and Anakin, respectively.
True.
Damn it!
This is like a figure talk tonight.
Well,
Go figure.
Go figure. There's some figure news though. Like, cause here's the other thing. There's more. I'm not done
But
yet.
wait, there's more.
Speaking of Clone Wars, okay. This thing we finally a while back we got our first announcement of the teaser of the Bad Batch figures, but now we have the full Hunter.
That's a good
preview.
looking figure.
I think this thing looks fucking awesome, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think the head sculpt looks good. I love his helmet too
Well,
because it's like a unique
he's
phase
a
2.
fucking Republic Commando, dude.
Yeah.
He's got the Republic Command. That's a Republic Commando weapon, Republic Commando armor.
Backpack. He just doesn't have the same helmet.
That's a Commando helmet.
It's not like the same as like the game though. Well, those are phase 1
Well,
style helmets too.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like an updated version of it.
My
though.
question is, I guess it's because they're all unique clones with their own like specialties, but it was weird to me that they all have different helmets. Republic Commando helmets are sweet too because they have like a blue light on the inside of them.
Yeah.
And you can kind of see like the outline of the eyes and stuff. Like I just thought that was kind of
So his helmet looks like identical to this. It just doesn't have the Gen 1 visor.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. Like,
It's very similar.
He has a single slit here and a armor plate.
I think his helmet actually might look better.
I think it is better. Yeah.
Republic Commandos, I thought they just look sick though. Like,
Yeah, because they do. They look really fucking cool. That's what I like. But this is literally. I just want to look at the picture. Like this is literally not record. That's Hunter's armor.
Yeah,
Hunter is a Republic Commando. Like,
True.
100%.
I mean, well, that's technically what they are. They not like Republic Commandos are kind of like the Navy SEALs of.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. That's what I always thought was weird too. With like Wrecker's helmet, doesn't look like any other helmet.
No, that's like what I'm saying, or like Crosshair's helmet, which
Yeah.
obviously is to do with the fact that he's Crosshair.
Crosshair's helmet looks kind of like Hunter's, just like a little sleeker.
Yeah, and like Echo's got a pretty cool helmet too. I thought.
I think Echo is like really cool looking. That's why I really want them to fucking make the rest of these figures, dude.
Yeah,
because like this would be a dope show.
Bad Batch is a cool show. Like it really turned out better than I thought it was going to be.
For sure. That's the thing. Like his helmet is very unique, man. It doesn't look like anything.
It really doesn't look like anything.
It almost looks like Mando armor with like an additional faceplate like on it.
Yeah, like over top of like where the mouth part is.
Like because like the visor and everything, like if you just get rid of this portion, it looks like a Mandalorian helmet.
Right.
So yeah, it's weird. But yeah, I think this figure looks fucking incredible. I said when they first announced these figures, because they announced these figures like just either at the same day the first episode dropped or just before, and then I watched the first episode and I was like, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna buy these figures yet. Like, but then like we're on like episode 8 now. I'm digging the show, and then like I'm digging the look of this figure. I think it looks great. Like they did a really good job with the head sculpt.
Yeah,
because like I mean, you can tell it's Tamora Morrison, but then you can also tell, like, yeah, that's Hunter. Like, that looks just like him. Do you think this is war paint or a tattoo?
I think it's a tattoo.
That's what I'm thinking too. But I mean, also too, I mean, like, he's fucking Rambo, man.
He really is.
He's literally John Rambo. And he's got the knife. That was one of the cool things too with the figure is like the little knife goes into his fucking gauntlet just like it does in the show. Little things like that. I hope the gun is magnetized so it can sit like on the backpack, like
Yeah.
holstered on the backpack like it's supposed to be. But I mean, even look at the paint job on the back, dude. I love the weathering they did on this was fucking amazing. And then like all the little detailing on the backpack looks fucking great. I hope the backpack opens so you can like put the pistol in there and shit too, because he doesn't have a holster or anything.
Right.
Those are just little things though, like, 'cause I really don't care otherwise. No, he does have a holster. It's right there on his fucking right leg.
Oh yeah.
Well, I guess you could put the grenades and stuff in the backpack then. But the
You
thing is, too,
put
that's
like a
what
snack in there for him.
is true. The thing that I was saying to you guys on Discord was like, weirdly enough, like, Echo looks more like a realistic interpretation of Echo, but Hunter looks like he jumped off the fucking screen.
Right.
Like, he looks spot on, 100% like accurate to the show. When you take the helmet off and he doesn't, but like otherwise, like dude, like he looks like exactly like he does in the show. And Echo, I feel like is more of a, like I said, it's more of a realistic interpretation. I don't feel like this is exactly what Echo looks like.
No, but it still looks good.
I mean, it looks like the head sculpt. I hate. I really do wish they would make this a little more pale. The problem here is the reason Echo doesn't look right is because he's beefier as a figure.
Yeah.
Like in the show, he's like frail because he died essentially.
Basically, yeah. I mean, he was blown up.
Yeah, he was blown up and is practically a cyborg now. So like they should have honestly used a slim. They should have used the same kind of body they used on the Arkham Joker figure because he
Like
is a very
slim,
very
yeah.
slim. That's what they should have used. And like, I don't know.
Echo.
I just wish they would made him more pale.
Echo and Tick.
You sounded like Tech.
Tick.
You sound like Tech.
I sound like Tech.
Yes.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah, so. I love that like Inspector Gadget arm.
Yeah, see that's the thing. And you know what the thing is though too with this figure? The skin tone doesn't really bother me all that much because I'm just gonna keep his helmet on anyway.
Right. Well,
Like-
I mean that's a separate head sculpt though. It's not like because the helmet
yeah,
like
for
wraps
sure.
around his like head thing, like his Lobot looking like,
Yeah.
thing. But I wouldn't imagine, Hot Toys doesn't really do removable helmets.
No, they don't because it messes with scale. So they always have it's always a second head sculpt.
Yeah.
So,
It
yeah.
surprises me, like, that Black Series figure that you have of Din Djarin, like, the head sculpt doesn't look big at all. I don't know how they fit. I mean, maybe he's just got a tiny little head, but
Yeah.
it didn't really mess with the scale, I don't think, at all.
It really doesn't. It looks pretty normal.
I mean, it looks just like my figure, except you can take the helmet off, which I'm totally
He looks a
jealous
little
of.
bit slimmer in this shot, I guess. I don't know. I'll have to
They've
see it in
got
person.
Two, I've seen actually, they make them on eBay now for like literally like $20. You can buy a Pedro head sculpt for Black Series figures that literally looks spot on.
Right,
Like
looks
it
just
looks
like him.
Yeah, it's like a 3D scan basically of him. But
Yeah, I feel that. All right, my wife made it home.
what she said?
She made it home.
Oh, that's good.
Sounds like the rain let up.
Yeah, shit's about to get real though.
Oh yeah, and here's the final Hot Toys figure that I'm considering getting. Right, and I think you're gonna like this, Rick, because actually I'm getting everything I just showed other than the Black Widow ones. So we take those, and I'm not getting the Sir Jorah one.
No
It's not a
Taskmaster
full-
either.
Yeah, no, it's the Black Widow ones.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, but I'm like once they make this, ordered. I haven't ordered them yet just because I don't have to, but I'm gonna order those. But here's the other one. I'm contemplating this because it would go with one figure I have that's kind of an oddball right now. The reissue of the
Oh
Mark
hell
II.
yeah!
This is the beefiest of beefy boy War Machine.
Is that the Iron Man
figures.
2 War Machine?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah,
It's the
hell yeah. I didn't
reissue
think so.
of the Mark II War Machine from
The
Iron
best
Man
looking
2.
War Machine in my opinion.
The 100% best looking War Machine. He comes with battle damaged armor switch outs, which is just a bonus. But like, dude, this is the best looking War Machine armor. Ergo, it's the best looking War Machine
I remember
figure.
when they dropped that original, you and I were just like drooling over that thing. Like,
Well, here's the thing. You know what this would go with? My Punisher War Machine.
that's true.
It
You
would
could have them
give,
like back to back or something.
yeah, it would give, where I could have them like fucking facing off. You know what I mean? Like War Machine, Punisher stole War Machine's armor, so then War Machine, he goes and gets the old Mark II out of the closet and comes to beat his ass.
Right.
You know what I mean? But that's why I love this thing, because this thing pretty much is the Punisher War Machine armor, just a little bit beefier.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same. It's literally like the same fucking armor.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
But that's the thing. Like when you compare this to like the newer ones, they kept slimming him down. Like he got like sleeker and sleeker and sleeker. It's like, I want War Machine looking sleek, dude. Like I want him being a big beefy boy, big beefy boy. Yeah, I might get this. I don't know though. It's just like I don't know. Like I have the Punisher War Machine figure, so like I don't really know if I need another War Machine figure. But again, it would just kind of go with my Punisher War Machine, so it's kind of like reason I'm kind of leaning towards getting it. Undecided. Is this the figure that would make you get a hot toy, Rick?
Yeah, that would, for sure.
Well, it's available now.
$375 for pre-order, September 2020. July to, oh my god.
Yeah. But if you do it now, you can do payment plans. $50.
Dude, I just still wish I would have bought that Age of Ultron War Machine for what, $150 on eBay.
Yeah, but dude, you could do 6 $50 payments.
Not bad.
That's what I'm saying. And then you just have it whenever it comes out. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
get it now, and then just
I forget that I even had it.
That's
kind of what's cool about
that. Is I was gonna say that is the one bonus to like having to wait forever for these figures is like if you pay them off, like you just randomly get stuff. Like I don't always do the flex plans. Like for a lot of them, I just like put down the initial deposit, and I just I'll get a notification when it's shipping, so then I'll just pay it, and then it'll be here. Because it's like it's an issue for future Nate. You know what I mean? Current Nate puts down the cheap little $40 deposit. Future Nate has to worry about the $250 to finish paying it off. You know what I mean?
Right, right. 56.25.
It's not bad though. And then once you first sign up too, if you don't have a Sideshow account already, Rick, you would get I think $15 off. You get like a $15 off coupon for your first order, or for making an account or something.
So I'd be paying $360 basically.
Yeah.
$360.
But it would honestly end up taking like $2 off. So you'd pay 54 a month instead of 56 a month.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Be fantastic.
Not bad. So
I mean that you got me sold. $2 off? Shit.
Yeah,
that is the best looking War Machine figure though by far.
Oh yeah.
I mean your Punisher War Machine looks really good, but like you can't beat the OG. And I remember even just like the articulation and like his abs and stuff, like
Dude,
it doesn't even look like an action figure.
As I've been sitting here looking at this, I've actually been thinking like, is it better than Punisher War Machine? Like
Punisher War Machine's just got a really brutal look to him, but I like the tactical look of I don't know, that's pretty brutal.
I don't know, man, because he has a lot of stuff. He's a pretty beefy boy too.
I like the little like skulls to the on his right side of his chest plate, like his little like
yeah. Like
stripes.
That's the thing. He comes with a lot of stuff too. He's got the wrist gauntlets. He's got 2 different wrist guns. He's got 2 different fucking shoulder mounted guns. He's got oh, John's here. What? I don't hear you, John.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, what's up, dude?
I didn't want to just jump in. I'll give you guys a heads up.
Oh, you're fine. We were just talking about we were comparing the Mark II War Machine versus the Punisher War Machine.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Because I was telling Rick like I was thinking like I might get the Punisher or the the Mark II reissue. I might.
Oh, okay.
Just because he would look good with My Punisher War Machine. And he's like the only thing I really have that would go with my Punisher War Machine.
Yeah.
Because right now, Punisher War Machine just kind of sits there by himself. But then as I was sitting here thinking about it, like we were both saying, like the Mark II is just like the best looking War Machine,
Oh, for
hands
sure.
down. Like blah 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 blah. But as I kept sitting there looking at it, I was like, is it though? Like the Punisher War Machine might actually be cooler looking, man. Like I don't know. It's hard for me to tell.
I was thinking too, just to be safe around 11. That's maybe when
I feel that.
I mean, I'm not trying to not trying to die.
Oh no, yeah, for sure. I definitely feel that. Like, what do you think here, dude? What do you think?
I don't know. I do kind of like the Punisher one better.
That's what I'm kind of thinking.
I like the
that-
helmet better on the Mark II.
It's a tough.
The
call.
Punisher one's cool. It's just it's so Punisher. Like it's completely Punisher. It's
True.
the giant skull and like I don't know. The War Machine one is you know it's a War Machine. The Punisher also kind of looks like, you know, the scene in Iron Man 2 where Hammer's talking to Rhodey and he's like, show me what you got. And he goes over the table and he's got all the guns laid out. He's like, this is this, and this will do this, and this one will, you know, blow up this, and this will do this. And Rhodey's like, okay, put it all on there. The War Machine one looks like what happened when they put it all on there because he's got stuff everywhere.
Well,
It's a little for me. The Punisher one's a little much.
The Punisher has everything. He's got more guns than War Machine.
That's what I'm saying. The Punisher looks like that scene.
Yeah. He does, but that's why I like it.
I like it too. It's not that I don't like it. I just like the War Machine because it's not such overkill. Like I don't know.
It's hard for me to decide here, honestly, because like the thing is with the Punisher one, you can take stuff off of him. Like he's got like those bottom guns. You can take those entirely off. You can take off like the top mounted guns, and you can take off the shoulder. The left shoulder gun can be holstered, so then you just have like a normal. He looks exactly like regular War Machine at that point.
So here's another reason that like that picture you got up there right now, like he's so branded as Punisher in that version of it that like look at that scene right there. You've got the skull because you have to have the giant skull on. The skull sits off center from the teeth at the bottom of it, and it just looks a little funky when he's turned in a pose like that. Not that it's bad. It just like, you know, it's so branded Punisher. If you did that same pose in the War Machine one, it looks a little cleaner to me, at least. But I mean, they're both awesome.
My biggest complaint with the Punisher War Machine figure was the skull on the chest because he already painted it on the fucking mask.
Right.
I was like, why would he have to put it on both? Like it made no fucking sense.
Just in case people forget. But
yeah. It's just like, okay, dude. Like,
hey, John, how's the weather up there?
Apparently it's calmed down.
It's pretty intense down here.
It looked like now. We've been skirting. We skirted a system that went north of us. We were right on the edge of one that went north of us about 3 or 4 hours ago, and then we were right on one that came through like an hour later, and now we're on the top edge of one that's going over you guys now, I guess.
Yeah, right now it's like the calm before the storm.
Right.
Like we had some like heavy rainfall and some thunder and shit for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But now everything stopped, and then we were looking at the radar like on stream a little bit ago, and it's like come like 11 to 12 is when we're gonna start getting.
We're gonna
like,
get some weather.
Hammered. Actually, I don't know.
We got the hail, which was not fun.
I really don't want the power to go out like more than anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of
because like the biggest
charge your
thing
phone.
Is, well, that and it's just going to be freaking hot. Like I just like I like it air conditioning, you know, like.
Oh fuck, sure. Dude. We may have skirted through this already, dude.
Well, quick play. Oh, there it is.
Well, that's at midnight. So at 12:22, we get hit by another one.
God, that's a big ass
It's the
chunk.
bigger one too. So yeah, we're gonna be hit by this all up until
Just keeps going.
it's just like until
It just keeps going.
there we go. We're good come 8 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Oh wait, no, this is 8 p.m. Oh shit.
I'm like 4 a.m.
Yeah, we're still in the thick of it until dude, look at this too. Oh my
4
god,
a.m.
Rick. Oh, look at this.
I know, it just keeps
It
coming.
just keeps coming. Holy shit. We'll be raining for days.
It is supposed to rain all this week. And you know, it's funny. I got my car washed today at Mike's, and I got like the ultimate super wash.
That's what happens every time. Dude.
Every time.
That's why I stopped washing my car
I got
so
the
much.
fucking ceramic coating and shit. And like, it's just like, why did I do that? I mean, I get free washes because I have one of those books. Good investment, by the way. But
right. So, John, did you want to do the Loki review and Bad Batch review today, or just wait? Didn't know if you were like ready to be on cam or anything,
I mean,
given the circumstances.
yeah, I mean, I could do Loki. I can't do Bad Batch, but I can also just listen if you guys want to do Bad Batch too.
Well, we could just do Loki because Rick said he was going to hop off at 11 anyway.
yeah, let's talk about
Okay.
Loki.
So we could do the Loki review. That way we can get it out. I can post it up tomorrow.
Okay.
That'll probably be for the best.
I don't know what my camera looks like.
You got the hair down.
Ooh,
I don't think I've ever seen you with the hair down.
Whoa, it's crazy. It's my Loki hair.
Yeah, I guess that is fitting for it. Did you see
got
the
the-
thing I tagged
the
you in
ball
on
though.
Facebook?
No, I haven't been on Facebook in a minute.
I forget the company that made it, but they made the Rick would like it. Let me just pull it up. See if it comes up. It's not.
I'm gonna pull my headphones off for a second. Give me a second.
You're fine. Fuck, dude. Can't type. Is it this one? Where are the actual fucking pictures of this? Okay, here we go. All right, I got it. You ready for this?
You tagged me in something?
No, I got to pull
Explain.
it up on stream. Hold on.
Okay, it's not showing up. I was gonna say.
I'm turning on my webcam so you can see my cam. Hold on. Okay. There it is.
Yeah, I've seen that. That looks sweet.
It looks pretty good.
Yeah, the Loki button. What's that from? Like, what's the deal with that?
He's wearing it in the show.
President Loki.
Yeah, it says Loki for president. But you've seen it. He's
Yeah, it
wearing
looks-
it in the trailer and everything.
Is he? Okay. It looks
Yeah.
pretty good. What? Who is this? What company is this?
This is from SL Custom.
Okay.
Not familiar with.
It's pretty
Good work.
straightforward. I mean, all they really needed to do was the head sculpt, right?
Yeah, for the most
I
part.
mean, everything else is pretty. I mean, just a standard suit and.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
it's
sweet.
nothing too crazy looking for sure. But I mean, it's
Custom
only
Oh shit!
$15.
115. That's wow. That's great.
Yeah.
Speaking of third-party figures, did you see Jetta's review of the Omniscient?
Yeah, the
Edith Elba
Heimdall.
Heimdall's. Yeah.
I watched Justin's.
Dude,
really good.
I might get that because he said they were like the weapons were actually die cast.
Yeah,
Like
die-cast swords and
I
daggers.
thought that because this Loki has two daggers, and I'm curious what they're made out of. But I mean, if they're doing die-cast accessories with that shit, that's awesome.
Yeah, it looks really good too. I was tempted to get it when I first saw the preview for it like a couple months ago, but I was like, I don't have anything to go with that. Like,
Yeah,
what am I gonna put
Can't
that
beat that
with?
for $115 though.
Well, we're talking
dude,
about the
that's that
Heimdall
price is
figure.
Oh, the
crazy.
Heimdall figure, yeah.
Like,
And that even that one wasn't that much, right?
I'm trying to pull it up. Heimdall figure.
It's on Marvel Legends.
Here it is. I got it. Don't worry about it. It's loading.
Damn.
It looks pretty fucking good. Like, if I had some Thor figures, like, fuck yeah, I'd buy those.
Sith
Yeah.
eyes.
$240.
240. That's not bad.
I mean, since it comes with diecast stuff,
Yeah.
makes up for a little bit for sure. Makes up for a little
Oh, it
bit.
says out of stock, huh?
Available 7/31/2021.
They'll say it's out of stock there.
Are you pulling up the show?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up Loki.
Keep it low key.
See, I only watched this episode one time, so like I don't actually might need to click through it. You know what sounds really fucking good right now, Rick?
Hmm.
One of them fucking ultimate meat and cheese burritos from Sonic, dude.
We were just talking
God
about
damn
this.
it. It sounds so good.
They're open?
Do they deliver this late?
Yeah. I've DoorDash Sonic here before.
You did?
Yeah. Got you thinking.
So good. Good. I literally, it's funny though, because I was telling you when I got them, like I had Sarah bring me home one, and the next day I had two, and then like a day or two later I went and got three.
Right.
They're like, "What's next, man? I'm gonna be like the dude you were talking about, like bring me 4 damn burritos and a large popcorn chicken, 2 Cokes on the side with that
Dude.
large fry.
It's insane.
Give me order tater tots too."
Dude, it's insane.
It's a bit much.
I literally just sit there like, I'll put it this way, like the dude was eating it. I went up to use the bathroom for like 3 minutes and it was gone by the time I was back.
Yeah, I don't know what's crazier, the fact that he's eating it in general or that he can eat it so quickly.
The fact that it's like $50 a day. Like
That too, man. Realistically, like when
We
it
don't
comes
make a
to
lot of
eating
money.
out, like let alone how bad it is for you, it's just a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
Like there's really no getting around it. It's just a lot of fucking money.
What'd y'all think of the Loki episode?
Hold on, I gotta pull up the pictures. We gotta do this formally. I gotta put this up as like a video, dude. Just give me a minute. Pulling up the logo.
Or some other third party. There's Pop Collectibles. There's Collector's Own.
So.
Where's yeah,
Oh, the order from
yeah.
1/6 kit. Where's my Google Chrome window at? Over here. I had like a list of figures. Oh wait, I pinned it. Look at the pin.
Oh, you pinned it in Discord? Okay.
Yeah, I pinned some stuff there. Yeah, TNS figures.
Boys Wonderland. There you go. That's the one I was looking for.
What'd you think of that Hunter figure though, dude?
It looks good.
I'm digging
I liked it.
dude. I'm digging it a lot.
I mean, I think they've done. I mean, from what I've seen from the show, it looks like they've done a good job with all of them so far. With both, I guess there's just two, but
The Echo one could use a little bit slimmer of a body, but it still looks good.
Mhm.
I just hope they make the other ones, man. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't care about Omega. Omega.
Omega.
Don't care.
Kick. Rika. Hunter.
All right.
Echo.
Equal. I can't do that accent at all. I just can't do it. Like it's not.
ICKO. Just say that.
Equal.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So we're gonna talk Loki.
Let's talk Loki.
Yep.
All right, Rick. I want to hear your thoughts on it because you said it was a weird episode or something.
It was just kind of hard for me to follow. Not really hard for me to follow, but there's just so much going on with this time variance group of people or whatever, the TVA. And I don't know, like not being as familiar with all that stuff, it's just like you're thrown into a lot of information and details that like you've got to really follow along with to understand, which I mean, as you should with any show. But you know, I don't know really how to explain the fact that I thought it was weird. It was just also weird seeing Loki and like being helpful and being like funny. And I mean, he's obviously kind of comedic relief to begin with, but just like his relationship with Owen Wilson's character Mobius, and it was interesting.
Would so you think he was actually being helpful, or do you think he's being a mischievous scamp?
I think a little bit of both. I mean, he is Loki,
That's
god of
true.
mischief.
Here's the thing, too. Not to jump to the end, but I'm going to jump to the very end of the episode real quick. And John, I want your take on this as well. So at the very end, well, first, okay, let's not skip to the end because we got to talk about we got to talk about stuff here. So mainly, there's, in my opinion, there's not a whole lot to talk about other than the fact that I believe my theory was 100% correct in the fact that I thought the variant was not Loki, not Lady Loki, and I thought it was Enchantress. And according to some, I think it was the
Alienware.
there's the only word. That's the thing too, dude. For this is supposed to be 2050. This looks like a very just not
Best Buy.
2050. Yeah, this looks like Best Buy. Like this looks like technology.
There was a
from
Cuisinart
today.
sign. There was a lot of
but
monitor like
okay, but
better than that.
But here's the thing. Back in the 60s, I mean, we're talking like 30 years away, right? From 2050. We're only 30 years away from that. Back in like the 60s and 70s, which we are now 40 to 50 years away from, they were doing like futuristic stuff like flying cars and like stuff like that. We don't have flying cars yet. Like people always completely overdo it on what the future is going to look like. So I actually, because I thought the same thing at first, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to give him credit for reining it in. Like, just calm down with that.
I will secede to you on that. Okay, I will give you that. And it says like this is a desktop gaming aisle, Alienware, gaming monitors, gaming desktop, something, gaming.
Assuming you're not gaming through your brain by this point, thanks to Elon Musk.
Yeah, he's in the gaming aisle. But nevertheless, I believe it was the Argentina credits, if I'm not mistaken. At the end, where is a picture of the girl? I just want the girl. So there's the girl. Nope, there's the girl. Either way, the credits from Argentina, I believe it was Argentina, it credits her as Sylvie. In the comics, Enchantress's name is Sylvie something. I can't remember what the hell it is right now. So this is different though than when. What am I thinking of? If you remember back when WandaVision was out, people were freaking out because they turned on the audio descriptive, descriptive audio closed captionings, and it said, Quicksilver from the X-Men universe enters the room or whatever. And people freaked out. Like, and it's like, this is completely fucking different, though. This is an actor being credited at the end of the credits. This is not descriptive audio, closed captioning, shit like that. Like in every other language, she's listed as the variant.
Yeah.
But in this one language, they fucked up and said it was Sylvie.
Right.
So what do you think? It always has sub from Connection 2011.
What up,
Speaking
man?
of Connection 2011, this store looks like it's from 2011.
It really
Like
does.
I was just saying. But nevertheless, so you think that my theory here was right? You thinking this is Enchantress, or do you think this is
I don't know
you
enough
think
about
what
to
do you
guess
think?
if it's Enchantress or not, but
Well, the main thing here is like I said, this is the thing. The fucking what's her name in the comics? The
Sylvie.
Enchantress name.
Isn't Enchantress a DC character too?
Yes. She was in the Suicide Squad
Yeah,
movie.
Cara
Yeah.
Delevingne's character.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, her name is Sylvie Lushton, but she just goes by Sylvie. Sylvie. Like it's fucking Sylvie. It's fucking Enchantress, dude. I
Yeah.
said it before. You heard it here first. Now it's obviously after the show, so people think I didn't say
Copyright
it, but I
Rob
fucking
Bifo.
said it, dude. I said it. Said this was gonna be Enchantress. Where's your space at with it, John? You think it's official now? You think they fucked up in the credits?
No.
You don't think so?
That or they don't care that. I mean, I also don't know that they care really that
That's
people know
how
that it's her.
I kinda
You
feel.
know, I
Well, if
the
they thought that though, then why didn't they tell us the name, and why were we misled to think it was Loki or Lady Loki? And you know what I mean? And then
Right.
in every other language, it said the variant. It didn't say Sylvie.
well, I didn't look at other I didn't even look at the credits because I don't know. I'm not trying to jump the gun on the actual story. Like they have to put the credits in because people need to be given credit for their roles, but like I don't feel that's part of the show. Like they don't when they're sitting down to write the script, they don't write the credits out at the end of the script. So I don't know. I mean, it could be they just fucked up. I don't know.
Well, do you think it's Enchantress though? Put it that way.
It could be. I mean, sure. It makes as much sense as
Yeah, because there it is. Sylvie, Loki, Sylvie, blobby, blobby.
okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Which one was it? Was it the Argentine? Yeah, people too. I never understood this. People were saying her acting was bad. She was in it for all of like 3 seconds.
I thought she was fine.
Yeah, I was like, "What are you talking?" She said like 2 lines. Like, what was bad about what she said? I like, I don't.
That's
People,
what she said.
people are crazy, dude. Yeah, Sylvie, blah blah blah, and then, nevertheless, though, what did you think of the episode, John? Sylvie aside, Enchantress aside, Lady Loki aside, how did you feel about the episode?
I I want to like it more than I do.
How I feel.
It's not that I don't like it. I like it. I just it was weird. Like there were a couple scenes like and I hope this all comes into play maybe later on. Like maybe they're slow. It feels a little slow. Maybe they're slow burning it too because I don't know. I felt like there was little things like okay, so I'm a dancer. I'll just come out and say so. Like when Owen Wilson and Tom Hiddleston, when Loki and Morbius are walking, um, at one point they're walking in front of like the giant statues that are outside. You can see through the big windows the giant statues of the Time Variance Authority, and like they're walking over to a desk. And I just watched it, so that's how I know. Like, and Owen Wilson's like, "Oh yeah, you can sit at this desk and look and stuff." Like, the special effects look kinda subpar,
They
like,
really do.
it looked like they were in front of a green screen, like, it looked like, back from the early 2000s, like, when you used to have people standing in front of green screens, like, you could kinda tell where the real them finished, and then the CGI background was inserted, and so there was little things like that that kinda pulled me out of this particular episode. The parts I really enjoy are like they're at their when they went and met in the cafeteria, and they're having their Morbius and Loki are having their conversation about predeterminate, like predestiny, and like if everything's predetermined already, like does any of it matter, and what's this and the other thing? Like I found that stuff enthralling. Like I was
Kinda
like,
deep.
oh yeah, this is what I'm here for. This is what I want. This is the high bar that these shows, aren't afraid to touch on these subjects and talk about. And that I loved. But there was other stuff. This whole conversation between Owen Wilson's character and the woman that's supposedly getting her instructions from the time time authority, or whatever they call these guys,
Timekeepers.
was timekeepers. That was kind of like, it kind of just went on, and like some of the jokes fell flat for me, and I don't know. It's the first, this show so far has been the first time in a while that I've watched a Marvel thing and thought, okay, well, I mean, I still like it. It's good. I hate saying this. They're a victim of their own success. They set such a high bar for me that if something doesn't get to that bar, it becomes kind of evident for me that like there's something quite off. And maybe it's all part of it. Maybe the Time Authority isn't as all powerful or as important or as knowledgeable as they are presenting themselves to be. Maybe it's Loki's whole thing from the first episode about they make themselves seem more, and so maybe all this is intentional. Maybe they're making this seem kind of mundane and boring, because these people aren't as important as they claim to be. I don't know. I don't know if they would get that meta with it, where they like intentionally put out parts that aren't as enthralling or exciting because they're trying to psychologically make these people seem less than they are. I don't know if that makes any sense. I'm not sure that tangent makes any
No, I'm
sense.
with you.
Yeah.
My question is I got two questions. Do you think that, kind of like with what we were going on with like the illusion, right? Thinking like the timekeepers are doing like the referencing back to what Loki said about the illusion to, give the illusion of control. Um, this woman who's like the judge lady, Slayer or whoever, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
Owen Wilson said that he's never even met the timekeepers. He asked her, like, how are they? Like, and he told Loki or whoever, like, I've never even met them, like, whatever. And then she apparently has met them and is like taking orders directly from them. Do you think that
Yeah.
they even exist right now? Like, do you think they're
It's
like she's
possible.
even talking to anybody?
It's possible they
Yeah.
don't.
I mean, this could all be a ploy from her,
Like, what if they're missing and like she's the only person in control? So, like, what if they went missing and they're adhering to the sacred timeline because, like so strictly, like they are right now, because like they don't know any better because the timekeepers are gone. So
Right.
it's like all they
Yeah.
can do is maintain the timeline. And like, what if
Well,
can't?
that's part of like the whole thing of this show, is like how much of any of this is actually real. Like, Loki sees what he thinks are infinity, although that's not, well, they could have swapped it out. Loki sees what he thinks are infinity stones in that first episode, but if the time variance authority is all smoke and mirrors, then maybe those were just regular stones. Maybe they weren't like actual
Yeah.
infinity
Like
stones.
placeholders or
They
something.
yeah, exactly. Like they know what they look like, so they recreated some stones to look like them. And because if you can't actually use them, how can you confirm that they're the real deal? Like,
True.
Well, he went and got the Tesseract, presumably that he brought with him.
that was why I said like he could have swapped. They could have swapped it out. Like, because that was my first thought was, well, no, he did have the Tesseract, but they took the Tesseract from him before they took him back there, and so what he ended up getting could have been like a facsimile if they had swapped it out, and like he didn't know that they had swapped it. So yeah, I it probably isn't. It's just maybe it's me hoping it is. I don't know.
I think the TVA is 100% real. I just don't
Yeah.
know if like
If the
I don't think it's
timekeepers are
I
real.
think it's gonna break. Like I think by the end of this, there's not gonna be a TVA anymore, and
Something's
it would
gonna happen.
obviously tell, narratively speaking, would be an easy way to go into Multiverse of Madness.
Sure.
Like, it would
No,
explain a
and
lot of
that I
things.
kind of made the same assumption that, like, if there is a single timeline right now, that this is what creates the multiverse or whatever for them, or recreates it, I guess.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you think there's any
I
significance to this pen, by the way? Because they focus in on this pen. I would never think anything, but they literally zoom in on this pen. Who do you know in
yeah, I
Marvel
couldn't.
Comics that it's Franklin D. Roosevelt High School? Anybody important that you know of? I
No,
couldn't think off the top of my head.
but I mean, it could be a deep dive. I mean, it could be.
Because that's another thing too, is like he says he doesn't remember this pen. I don't know why he would remember this pen, but why would they have this line of dialogue and focus on this pen for like no reason? I feel like this has to come back into play at some point.
Or maybe
Like,
they're just doing it
Yeah,
to throw you off. I
like
mean,
what if the timekeepers are gone and we know Kang is going to be in Ant-Man 3? What if Kang has like kidnapped or like, done something with the timekeepers? So like that's why no one has seen the timekeepers. And like that's
yeah,
why, because if the timekeepers aren't around right now, here's the thing. If the timekeepers and the TVA are this all powerful like organization that controls time and like completely obliterated the multiverse and made this sacred timeline, how in the fuck is some random variant, Loki or Lady Loki or Enchantress variant, causing as much chaos as they are?
yeah,
Doesn't
that's a
that
good
seem
yeah.
a
point.
bit like it doesn't seem like these all powerful beings would even allow this to happen? Like
Right,
it'd even
you'd
be
think they'd stop it
possible.
before it even begins, like
Yeah. Like it's like so I'm kind of thinking that they're like MIA right now. Because you got to think if they're powerful enough to create this sacred timeline, they have to be able to just like blink somebody away if they wanted to.
right, I mean, they're, like, all powerful.
And now, like, granted, like I like the logic that they applied in the show by having the variant hide out in these apocalypse eras because they would be undetectable. I liked that lot. They're actually because that's the
That makes
Oh
problem.
yeah,
sense.
Yeah, the problem with any time travel, anything is like if you think hard enough on it, and like even without even thinking hard enough about it, you're gonna find a plot hole. Like I said in Discord to you guys, I don't know if you saw because it was kind of like I didn't want to forget about it, but like they said that this Loki, because he picked up the Tesseract, he's a variant. But ergo, in Endgame, the events that unfolded because he picked up the Tesseract, Tony and Cap had to go back in time to get a different Tesseract. So that would, technically speaking, make them variants from that point on because they wouldn't have done that if Loki didn't take the thing, and him taking the thing made him a variant. So
Yeah.
Cap and
yeah,
Tony would then be variants. You know what I mean?
It
And
gets a
then
yeah,
little too deep with that stuff, and that's where it's a little
right.
confusing to me, like
Well, that's why, like, after that, I would argue that you could argue this either way is that then the events with Thanos coming from 2014 and 2018 and actually fighting and then Tony snapping him away, whether or not Loki took the Tesseract or not, all that was still going to happen because they took the Tesseract initially anyway. So, like, it was only
the
Steve and Tony going back to get the second Tesseract that would have been the variant, technically.
yeah. I mean, the my only thing that possibly. I mean, again, you can maneuver these things as much as you like to make it fit, but my only thing is that maybe Loki wasn't supposed to pick it up and abscond with it. Maybe he was supposed to. Maybe the Tesseract was supposed to fall at his feet, and one of the other Avengers was supposed to walk back in and pick it up and secure it in the original timeline. Maybe it was Loki actually escaping with it
Yeah,
that created the
exactly.
variants. Like,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
then Steve and Tony would have still had to go back in time because they would have lost access to it in that time. And I don't know.
Yeah, the fact that he took it and left
Yeah,
created the variant, and because he
yeah,
took it and left, they had to go back and get another one. So that would, technically speaking, have to be. Sorry, I thought it was a spider on me. But that would technically, by their own logic, make them variant at that point.
right.
Now, they were
yeah,
supposed to always get the Tesseract, so everything else, like they said, everything that happened in Endgame, all the time traveling that the Avengers did, that was all supposed to happen. That's
yeah.
fine. But them doing or Loki taking that Tesseract, which forced them to go back and get another one, all of that would be a variant. So,
Yeah.
like, Loki was fucking right when he said in that courtroom, like, "Well, I think this is the Avengers' problem." Like, they obviously went back in time and did this.
Right, right.
So fuck them. But yeah, I'm on a different camp, and I like this episode a lot. I think I don't think it was as strong as the first one just because the first episode was, like, the introduction to everything, so
Yeah,
there
that
was
kinda
just a
weighs
lot more
down.
intrigue.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know, I liked this one a lot, though. I did like it. I just think it kinda even though this one was, like, 50 some odd minutes long, I feel like it coulda, like, kept going a little bit, like, coulda used a little bit more.
Yeah, I can,
You know what I mean?
see what you mean.
Maybe some things could have been removed, like, because like, they had that whole scene where they went to, like, at the Renaissance fair, like, I really didn't need to be there.
They really
Like,
did.
they could have swapped that out and had, like, something else happen at the end instead. But again, I liked the
Well,
whole, like,
but there's
hiding in the
something.
stuff. Do what?
But he needed to abduct one of the agents because there's something going on with that agent, and she saw something, right?
That's true, we should talk about that because what do you think she's talking about? Because she said, like, it's real, like,
Yeah,
what is
I
she
was
talking about?
I
I don't
think
know.
she's talking about the fact that either the Time Variance Authority isn't altruistic, that they are manufacturing this whole thing to have one timeline that benefits them and them alone, so they're actually the villains of the story, or she's that there are multiple timelines and they are just preserving one particular one, and the other ones are being hidden from them, and maybe she was exposed to the fact that there are other ones out there, and she, like, maybe that's what this other Loki's or this other villain's enchantress, whoever it ends up being, maybe that's her goal, is to um shine a light on the what the TVA is actually doing
Yeah,
and
because
expose them.
it would make sense if she's saying it's real and maybe she's meaning, like, the multiverse is real
right,
or
Mhm.
something,
something like that.
Yeah,
because they think it's not real because they "stop it," quote, unquote, but, like, maybe it's
yeah.
not. Or maybe
Can we
there's
can we
something.
can we just for a second touch on the fact that the TVA is kind of, in a way, worse than any Thanos or any other villain? I mean, they
100%.
literally wipe out entire universes
Yeah.
of people and kill, like, Thanos wiped out half the universe. The TVA, every time they set off one of
They
those
destroy
bombs, wipes
timelines.
out an entire timeline, including everybody and everything that ever would exist from
Oh,
that
yeah.
timeline. Like,
It's
yeah,
fucky. That's why, like, when
yeah,
Loki said in the first episode, like, "Is this the most powerful whatever in the
yeah.
universe or whatever?" It's like, "Yeah, dude, it literally is." Which is, like, I
Mhm.
think, that's why, like, I think the ultimate goal for this Enchantress, Lady Loki, whatever person is to, like, stop the TVA from existing. Because like, Loki even said, like, to her, like, "We should team up or whatever so they can control the TVA and, like, whatever, or, like, replace the timekeepers," and she's like, "I don't wanna do that. Like,
Yeah,
that's not my goal
Right.
here. I don't wanna usurp the timekeepers." Like, so her obvious goal, like, logically would be to, like, destroy the timekeepers, you know what I mean? And,
yeah,
like, get rid of this sacred timeline
Right.
bullshit, you know? Which, frankly, it seems like the right thing to do. Because, like you said, like, these dudes just go around and they delete fucking existence itself for
yeah,
people. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like they're, like, dictating essentially what people can do. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Because, like, Loki didn't do anything wrong necessarily there. He just got out of a shitty situation.
Right.
Like,
It it's an interesting philosophical, like, they are preserving peace among the timelines by only having one, so you're not having deaths across multiple timelines and stuff, but at the expense of literally annihilating any variant timeline that pops up. So, like, is that really better? Like, would you rather, is the greater good to have multiple timelines where they're at war and people are dying across timelines, or is the greater good to have a single one where you literally annihilate every other thing that pops up? Like, I don't, I personally kind of feel like they're killing or destroying more entities, more living beings with their method than would be lost in the war, because at least in the war you have the assumption that some of those other multiverses are still existing. You're still you
Right.
still have some percentage of life left in those other branches. So it's a weird, it's almost too big of a concept to actually comprehend, but it's yeah,
It's hard to know without knowing what the ramifications of a multiversal war would be.
war.
Right.
Sure.
So it's like it seems like they're doing a bad thing, but at the same time, like what happens if they're not doing it? Like
Right. Right.
it's like,
They may be
Well,
stopping a bad thing.
who knows? I'm
yeah. I
sure all
mean,
this will be explained in some way. Like,
it's like, what if the France, the United Kingdom, Sweden, Russia, Japan, and the United States all got into a war, and like people were alive and all, but in order to achieve peace, like we just annihilated everybody except for the United States or except for like, I don't know. I guess that doesn't really work that well, but like you
conceptually, I
annihilate
know what you're
everything,
saying, though. Yeah,
you annihilate everything except for yourself in order to achieve peace. But and every time somebody pops up, you annihilate them. Is that necessarily better than, I don't know, than a state
right.
of war? I don't know.
It's
It's
Right.
hard
yeah.
to say because,
That
like, that
is hard to
essentially
say.
is what it is. But I don't know. Yeah, it's a tricky thing. Like, it's impossible to know without knowing what the ramifications for not doing it is. I guess you know what I
Yeah.
mean. Like, it's because I mean I don't know. Like, if there's a multiversal war and that would lead to literally the destruction of everything, well then yeah, I guess maybe deleting some variants here and there is probably a better way to go about it. But who knows? My thing is too at the end, literally the last kind of thing that I have with this. So is like, okay, actually two things. Did you notice the targets of her bombs were all places that we knew? Like, and there were a lot of events that like there were a lot of places the Avengers went to like during like the end game time frame. Like Vormir was one of them.
I didn't.
I didn't
I
notice
didn't
that.
like. I didn't. I was watching on my TV and I just watched. I didn't. I didn't see. I don't know if I had to pause it or what, but I wasn't
Yeah,
able to
there.
focus that much on it.
I forget what they all were. I'd have to look it up. Like Volmir, where the Soul Stone and Red Skull was one of the targets
Sure.
for the bombs, and like I think Asgard was one of them. I like New York was I think one of them. Like there was all places we were familiar with. So it's like, was that a significant thing? Like she's doing it like at those specific locations for a purpose,
Right.
or
Or is it just happened to be that?
yeah, or did they just simply put those in there because they knew that like the audience would know what the fuck they were? Like you know what I mean? Like it didn't really mean anything. We just know that you
Yeah.
guys know where those locations are, so we didn't want to put like New Jersey and then
Right. They
like, well,
want to
what's
make it
going on in New
familiar.
Jersey? Yeah, exactly. Just giving you something like we know that place, so it has more impact than just like we're gonna do it to Colorado, like
Right.
for no reason.
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
And then so that might mean something, might not. I guess we'll find out more next time. But then at the very end here, so this scene. Do you think he's leaving? Like, do you think he goes through this portal to be a mischievous scamp, or because he actually like wants to help Mobius, and he's just like, I don't have time. Like, if I try to sit here and talk to Mobius and them, this thing is going to close.
I honestly think he's trying to help him.
Like, I honestly, like, I'm kind
I
of
didn't even think
torn.
about
Like,
that until you said it.
I think he actually went through more so. Maybe I think he went through to get answers more so than anything, but I don't know if it was necessarily only for personal gain.
I don't think
Like
so. I mean,
I think he is a little bit on the fence with it. Like I think he wants answers.
everything he's seen, I think, has kind of changed his mind on things.
Yeah. Like I think part of Loki has definitely like turned a new leaf,
Yeah.
but I don't think that like if something comes into his lap that is a 100% pure benefit to him, percent, he's gonna do it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't think he would necessarily betray and like stab Mobius in the back, kind of thing.
I have seen him stab people in the back like 50 times.
Like 50 times, I know. So, like, I don't know. I think in this instance, though, I think he went through that portal just because, like, he had to, because it was gonna close otherwise, and, he wouldn't have another he may not have another chance to, like, talk to this person again, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's really all
Now
his
that you say it,
intention
I do
was.
think that's exactly what it was.
Yeah. Now, obviously, if he goes through there and they're talking and, she tells him her evil plan and he's like, "I like this, let's do this," that could still happen. Like he could, like I said, I don't I think the most important person to Loki is still Loki, but I don't know. I don't think he did it for purely selfish reasons, like going through there. I think he did it just to get some answers. You know what I mean? Like I
His
think if he
face
could,
expression didn't look like I'm up to no good. It looked
yeah,
like I've got to get this done.
yeah, exactly. Because he didn't do like that Loki smile, like haha, got you again. Like he
Yeah, it was like, this is stressing me out.
yeah, he's just like, I gotta go because this fucking thing's gonna close, like for
And if
sure.
and they're not going to want me to do this, so I've just got to cut the BS and
Yeah,
do it myself.
like I think if he could call Mobius, like as soon as he got through there and got answers, I feel like he probably would. You know what I mean? Like that's how I feel with it. I don't think he
So
would
do you
just
think
do
do
it
you
to
think
do
his
it.
conversation with her about join me so we can take over the timekeepers? Do you think that was a ruse? Do you think he was trying to trick her?
I think he
Yeah.
was.
I think because that's the way Loki operates. So like he would totally present this opportunity to her, and if she joins him, cool. And like they would, let's say that like she totally joins him and like cool. So they go and they go fist fight Mobius and all this stuff. They fist fight the TVA, whatever. If they win, cool. If they lose, he just says that he manipulated her to fight and it was all an act. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're right.
Like that's how Loki would operate. Like 'cause he's always looking out for himself. You know what I mean? So like I could totally
I
see
think
it
he's
going either way.
I think he's just looking for the power. I think he recognizes that this woman or this person has more power than he has, and more power seemingly than the TVA with their kind of, ultimate power in all of existence, yet this person is able to outwit them and outsmart them and, maneuver around them. So this person may even be stronger in power than them. And I think he's just following the power. He's like,
100%.
I think and to me in that scene, he was weighing, do I stay here with him and my connection to possibly the timekeepers who seem to be the guardians of existence itself, or do I go after this other person who seems to be able to, make them look like fools and like seems to have more power than them? And I think he went with, he's always in search of that more power. So
I totally agree. If do you think though if he goes through there and has a chat with her and figures out like the whole plan, do you think he would either, because I feel like there's multiple options here. He could either just join her in her cause or join her in her cause just to betray her and usurp her and control all the power.
Sure.
Or like I guess C would be learn all of that stuff and then tell Mobius, but still take the power.
You could do that too, yeah.
Like, because I don't feel like he's faking this connection with Mobius is the thing.
I don't get that.
Like, I feel like he genuinely
no, but I also
would, like,
don't
choose to save him if he could.
Sure. But I mean, that's the same relationship that he had with Asgard and with Thor and I don't doubt for a second that he feels a kinship with Mobius and that he would, want to help him out and stuff if he could, but not at the expense of, he will also stab him in the back if it means advancing his own agenda or his own cause, like just as he did Thor numerous times. Like, yeah, he's trying to play a longer con than anybody, and like he'll do what he has to get there, but it doesn't mean he doesn't have genuine affection or whatever for other people.
Yeah, the most important person to Loki is definitely Loki.
Oh yeah.
Other people.
Like that's 100% where I think. So but I do think he's likes Mobius. I don't know. I'd like to think he likes Mobius because I would like Mobius to stick around because I like the Mobius character. Like, in all honesty.
Honestly,
yeah.
As not a huge Owen Wilson fan, like I've really enjoyed him in this. He's been
good.
Yeah, he's been really good. I like Owen Wilson. I just like people love Owen Wilson.
Wow.
I've never quite there have been some things I've seen him in that I
Wow.
thought he was a little much. But yeah, he's been excellent in this so far.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wedding
well,
Crashers is phenomenal. So I mean,
dude,
like, I love that movie. So
that's one of the best movies ever made, dude. 100%.
yeah,
They're making another one.
yeah. So I love Owen Wilson in some stuff, but there's also, like I said, just some. So I was kind of curious how I'd feel about him in this. So far, I've really liked him.
They are making another one, and as you can see, she's called The Variant in our English.
That's such a weird. So here's this
Trying to
whole
see.
thing. That's such a weird.
Oh,
That's such
another
a
thing
weird
too.
mistake to have been made.
Before I forget, another reason that like makes me believe, obviously, that kind of confirmed my initial theory that this is not a Loki variant. When he first confronts her and is fighting with her, he literally says, "I would never do this to myself." You know what I mean? Like as
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
as he's getting thrown around and beat up, he literally exclaims, like, "I would never do this to myself." Like, what's going on? You know, like
Right.
as that was like my almost confirmation for me immediately that well, yeah, it can't be. It's not Lady Loki or anything like that. Die Variante, as in Deutsch.
German,
Trying to
yeah.
see
This
if
is this is this is a Marvel thing that I have hanging above my computer desk here that I never even we're just sitting here talking about it, and I looked up and I threw a picture in Discord, but that's who's directly above me right now. Like literally, it was pretty random.
yeah, there it is. That's funny.
That's it.
Confirmation. She's there.
There
Well,
she
that was the
is.
other interesting thing too, is that like when she when Loki like first when someone calls her Loki, I forget who it was, she was like, "Don't call me that." Like, I hate when people call me
Yeah,
that. Which was weird because
Loki calls her Loki.
yeah. So it's like,
Yeah.
who else would have been calling her Loki if she's well, I mean, that also just proves that she's not Loki too at the same time.
Unless all her interactions with the time variant so far, they've called her Loki because they believe her to
Yeah.
be Loki. So she was just aggravated, like, okay, you guys keep doing that. Stop it.
That's another thing too that's like it takes me back to like the timekeepers, like and how like I don't think they're even around because like how do they not know who this is? Like
Right.
if it's Enchantress and it's not Loki in any way, shape, or form, how do they fuck that up? Why do they even think it's Loki? Or is it just
Mhm.
something that
Well, here's the
like
other thing,
why
like,
would they think it's Loki?
there's that, and then there's also the fact that they don't know what the ending is. They know at the
Yeah,
beginning, they know at the now, and they know at the future, but they don't know what the end is. Like, how do they know the end that they wanna get to isn't affected by something that happened 1,000 years ago? And, like, how do they know that the sacred timeline is the sacred timeline if you don't know what the ultimate end is and what the goal is? Because like, any of these
yeah.
variations that you're stopping could be the thing that leads you to the ending that you're wanting.
Yeah,
True.
because exactly, they made Mobius made it sound like the timekeepers are constantly unraveling this timeline and they're going and deleting these variants and all that stuff because it doesn't fit in the timeline. But if they don't know the end, that means the timekeepers are still doing the multiversal war and ending it to the most, but they haven't completed it to the end. So yeah, you're
Yeah.
exactly right. Like, how do they know then? Well, I guess they would know because they're looking like right here and they know right here they've gone up to this part. So everything's good up to here. So when Loki takes a tesseract at this part that they already know what here is. So that needs to not happen. So then like
Eh, but
anything else after that, maybe they have to let all the variants after this point keep playing out and then
but
like
here's But
whatever. I don't
here's
know.
like here's a me trying to like distill this down to a much more simplified form. If I'm trying to drive to a place I've never been before, and the road ahead of me, the road from me to that place hasn't been finished yet. It's been finished, 10 miles up the road, but it hasn't been finished completely yet. And I start driving along that stretch of road that's been completed. how do I know that that road doesn't end up in a dead end and I needed to make a left 3 miles back and take a different road, which actually loops around to the end that I want to be at? Like,
Navigation.
but if the road is literally being built as we're going along, and like maybe something happens on this particular road I'm on, like maybe it runs into a river and there's no bridge across to get me to where I need to be, so I would have had to have taken a different road 5 miles back to get around the river to get to where I need to be.
This is the problem with time travel.
Frank's
Yeah, I
just
don't know.
shaking his
We're getting
head.
deep into this to the point where I'm like,
Well, it just makes you think too much.
yeah.
Because it's the same. It's the same as like I said before. It's like when you think too much about it, you'll always find a fucking loophole or some plot
Yeah.
hole, or there's something that could be explained and they didn't explain. So then it's like Steve and Tony. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're by their own definition, they're variants. Like,
Yeah.
but they're not addressing that in any way, shape, or form. Even in Endgame, they broke their own rules of time travel. Like Old Man Steve couldn't have even happened based on their own fucking rules. You know, it's just like
Yeah.
it's just a I don't know.
It's a mess.
I hope that they like make it all make sense and there's more meaning to it. I'm sure they will. I hope, but part of me is kind of thinking that like at the end of this thing, the timekeepers are just going to be gone, or we're going to learn they've been gone, and the sacred timeline has all been a ploy by Kang, and like there shouldn't be a multiverse, there shouldn't be a sacred timeline, and like Kang's orchestrating it to do his thing, and then we think that we stopped the timekeepers at the end and we win, but realistically, all we did was stop Kang from doing what he wanted to do, and now he's all pissed off, and that's when he comes in Ant-Man 3 or something. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like,
I could see
possible.
that.
Who knows? I don't know. That's pretty much all I got for Loki.
Yeah. My mind's kind of like blown right now.
I feel that.
But
Well, there it is. There's our live spoiler review, unlike we normally do on the show. There it is.
right.
You still haven't watched Bad Batch though, John?
No. No, I'm trying, man. It's finding the time to watch anything seems very hard. I didn't get to watch Loki until, like I said, right before I came on here because we were supposed to watch it earlier and then the storms hit and we couldn't do, like, the kids were freaking out and couldn't get them in bed, and it's been a whole thing. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that. Speaking of which, I wonder where the storm.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna be heading out here in a second to avoid.
Henry
Yeah.
Cavill just, well, I guess today posted a little teaser for Witcher season 2 with featuring Geralt. It's a quick thing, but
We're about to get hit.
Yeah, it's still coming.
But
Where did he post this at? I might take a look at it.
Instagram.
I'm gonna go ahead
I've
and
got it
sign
up on
off of
Instagram
here
right now.
so I can get home before this weather gets any worse.
I
I'll
feel
take a
that.
quick look
All
at
right,
this.
man.
I'll take
Yeah, it's short. It's just like 10 seconds
I
or
never
whatever.
even
It's like
watched
it's like
Witcher.
the first one they did last week for the other chick.
Can't even, fuck you, Forbes, and your ads, and you're wanting me to. Nah. Jesus. Every time I try to do anything.
Yeah, that's the first one that they released last week during their, and that's just featuring her. This is the one that you just released. That show's so good.
Yeah, I liked it.
Intense looking.
We didn't talk about it on the show or anything, dude, but he's gonna be fucking or did we talk about it? He's gonna be Connor McLeod, dude. Highlander.
Yeah, we did talk about
Oh
it.
yeah.
Did we talk about it?
Yeah.
Maybe we were gonna talk about it and we skipped it. I don't think we
We might
actually
have done
talked about
that.
it on the show, but we were gonna talk about it. Oh yeah, because I decided I didn't really have too much to say about it other than Henry Cavill is gonna be fucking Highlander. That's it. That's all I got.
All right, I'm officially signing off now.
All right, dude.
I will see you
Take care,
guys
man.
tomorrow for the show. See you, John.
See you.
Oh, you're good, dude. I might hop off anyway here in a minute. Go get some food.
Did legs the other day, and my thighs are just killing me.
Dude, I haven't worked out in a hot minute. Fuck out of here. See ya. How's the look out there? Oh, okay. Later. Yeah, dude, Bad Batch is pretty. I'm liking Bad Batch though. I feel like some of it's a little. It's like slow. It's still got the same problem like it's had since the beginning, where I'm just like, I still just wish I knew where they were going with it all.
Hmm.
Like, they're not really focusing on one thing, which is it's fine. I just don't know without knowing. It's a new property essentially. You know what I mean? It's like this. It's this. Disney, not just Disney, but Lucasfilms had such a spotty record with wanting to actually continue these animated series. Like, like with Rebels, we knew what it was about, like from the get go. I mean, it was about the rebellion in some capacity. This has
Sure.
always been some like kind of new territory for Star Wars. Like as odd as it is, like the birth of the Empire has really never been disclosed. But the fact that they throw it in, it's not technically a show about the birth of the Empire. It's a show about this specific group of clones just happening to take place at that same point in time. So it's like, is this a continuation of Clone Wars? Is it going to be like talking about the birth of the Empire? What is it? Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, and that's why I'm like, I like what I'm seeing, but I just kind of wish I knew. Like, is this gonna be one season and then they're gonna cancel it? Because, like, at that point, like, I don't want them to get too much into anything else, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I'm worried about more than anything is, like, I don't wanna like the damn show and want them to keep going and then because they do all this cool stuff with, like, introducing the Empire and all that, but, like, they don't get a chance to actually, like, dive into it? I don't know. Ah,
Hmm.
as long as I get the
Yeah.
damn Hot Toys figures, I don't really care, I guess.
I mean, the show's entertaining. I guess maybe that's like the reason that I'm not like I have a choice with the 2 to 3 hours I have every night about what to spend my time doing, and that's if like Monday and Thursday I play ball, so I'm not home those nights, and then so that leaves me like what Tuesday, Thursday. This week I had to work all day Tuesday, so I literally worked 8 to 8 Tuesday, and then came home and did some exercising, and then like I guess I should start watching it while I'm exercising. I just feel like I miss a lot when I'm watching shows when I exercise, so I usually end up watching stuff I've already watched before.
Right.
Just because I already know what if I miss something, it's not a big deal because I've already seen it. I already know what happened. I'm afraid I'll miss something big if I am trying to watch stuff while I'm doing other stuff. So
I guess the good thing with that show is that they're like, they're like the 30-minute, like 20, 30-minute
sure, they're
episodes, I
20,
guess. So you can get through 'em
25 minutes.
kinda,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
That's like the kind of like positive side to it, I guess.
sure.
Did you see the my cases and stuff that I put I was showing it off earlier. I don't know when you like had the stream on, if at all.
I got on literally right before I said told you guys I was on. I logged in because after I mean I waited till we had to wait for the storm to get all past and then get the kids resituated in bed, and then I hopped in. I hopped on, watched Loki, and then came on here. So yeah, I'm well far behind.
Well, check out this jank video. I'll have it done tomorrow. So I apologize for anybody who was here at the beginning of the stream and actually saw this already, but you'll find it interesting. Maybe, I don't know. I think it's cool. What do you see right now? What screen is this? Okay. So, as you can see here, I got the mirror back and the lights on the far left DTOF. So now I have all the V channels cut for the middle one. I just didn't have time to get everything installed in it today. So I already have the mirror backing on the second one, so I just have to put in the V channel and the strip. But now I have this one all done. This one, the one on the far left, did not have the mirror back or the V channel or anything in it. But now I have 2 out of the 3 done for this one. The only thing missing is all the fucking pre-orders I have to go in it. But other than that, the lighting is gonna be done. So, it looks really fucking good, though.
Jin looks great.
Oh, yeah, dude, I was saying, dude, earlier, that's, like, one of my favorite figures now, weirdly enough. And then here it is. Here's, like, the mirror backing with the it's got this one on white. And I have them all, like, on separate power supplies. They're not linked, like, all the strips, so I can change, like, each case can be a different color.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, it's kinda hard to see,
Looks
like,
real
this is
good.
kind of a jank video, but, like, it looks super fucking clean, like, super and, like, this red light does you can tell by looking at the middle one, like, it doesn't really bleed over into the other one or anything. So,
Sure.
like, I'll be able to, like, have any color I want on all 3 of them, and, like,
Oh,
it'll
you got
work.
Stan just on top?
Yeah, he's just on
That's
top.
cool.
Yeah.
I
I
was like,
haven't
"What
ta
is that up there?" I figured
I haven't taken him out I don't have anywhere to put him. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, I just don't have any I don't know what I'm gonna do with him. Like, so it's I wanted him,
Mhm.
but, like, I just I don't have any and he doesn't go with anything right now. So, like,
Yeah.
I have that, on the other side of this now, I have, actually, I might have a fucking picture of it. Let me see here. This actually might actually look a little bit better now that I'm thinking about it. Let's have, like, a picture of it. You can kinda get the effect.
Mhm.
And I was asking Rick, "What do you think I should do here?" Right now, I got Jin just on a shelf by herself. You think I should I don't know, that rhymed. Shelf by herself. Do you think I should move Jin over to the Krennic Death Trooper shelf? Or just leave her by herself?
I mean, if you need the space, I'd move her, but if you don't need the space, I think it looks fine the way it is.
I don't need the space. I mainly just she's just so small. So, like, this she's got this whole like, I hope they make a Cassian Andor figure or something just so, like, have some
Yeah, that would look sweet with Cassian in there.
yeah.
Um,
Or, like, K2 or something. Like, I hope they make another K2 just so I can get it when, like, Andor show comes out,
mhm.
but yeah.
So the bottom right is Phasma, Han, and Carbonite, and is that Kylo?
Yeah, and Kylo.
Okay. Is the Han and Carbonite down there because just you need the space or
Yeah, I didn't
because he
really have
goes
anywhere
with
to put him.
that? Okay.
Like, I was gonna put him I still don't really have any I don't have anything Empire other than Vader. I just don't have anything. Like,
I
I could
guess I would have thought you would have he may have gone with Leia,
he does he
both Empire
his base
or
takes up too much space.
oh, okay.
So, if I put Leia in there, I can't have her stand and backdrop. Like, I could
Okay.
stand her next to it, but that's all I could do is stand her next to it.
Okay.
So, I just put him in there because, like, there's really no
Well, I
reason.
mean, he's Kylo's dad, so that those 2
Yeah.
are at least tied together, and then Kylo obviously and Phasma, so
Yeah, that's really all I had to go on with that
okay.
was like, well, it's his dad.
Yeah, sure.
But there was
That
yeah,
makes
I could because I don't know, I have nothing else. Even once I get all my pre-orders in, I'm really not gonna have any because like, I'm gonna get Bespin Lando in, but he really only goes with Best
What
and Leia.
are you still doing malls across the top, or are you keeping Vader there?
I don't know. I might
Okay.
move Vader like down below Anakin, and then put Maul up there.
I mean,
But
between Vader, Leia, Han, and R2, you've kind of got a Empire
yeah,
grouping at least.
but I'm gonna have C-3PO supposed to be here like in the next month or two, so he's gonna take Leia's spot down there.
Okay.
So then I'll have R2 and C-3PO. Because then the only other I was also thinking like, well, I could just fucking put R2 with Qui-Gon, and I could put Qui-Gon with R2 and 3PO if I really wanted to. I don't though. I had Qui-Gon just sitting here by himself, but I decided just to get out my second jerry-rigged Darth Maul just to put on the speeder. So I might go get the poncho to put over Qui-Gon since I have him on the shelf with that. I don't know. I haven't decided if that's where I want to do with Maul. I might just bring that Maul and put him out here. But then I wouldn't have the
Okay.
speeder in the case, so I haven't really decided. I don't really know. Because before I just had him up at the top with Maul and like the speeder sitting up there and it looked good. I don't know how much I
Okay.
care for this Maul sitting on the I don't know what I'm gonna do with that yet. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the Mauls on the shelves too. Like I just genuinely don't know. So I'll eventually have Anakin and Rex. So like those two will be on a shelf together. And then I'll also have Ahsoka. And then Rex comes with the Ahsoka helmet and the 501st as normal helmet. So I could put Rex with Ahsoka or Anakin. So if they ever make that damn Clone Wars Obi-Wan, then I would just swap helmets for Rex and put him with Ahsoka and then put Anakin and Obi-Wan together. And then I would
Okay.
just put like Cody with or that's the thing too. I could do Obi-Wan, Cody, and Anakin and Rex all on one shelf, or those could be two separate shelves. I could do Anakin or then I could do Ahsoka and Maul maybe. I don't know.
Mhm.
The problem is like they haven't finished all these lines, and I don't know if they're even going to. Like
Yeah.
if they had made a Cassian, then Jin would have someone to fit in with perfectly fine.
Mhm.
They only have Anakin from Clone Wars and Ahsoka from Clone Wars and Maul from Clone Wars. Like Ahsoka and Maul kind of go together, but but then Anakin without Obi-Wan doesn't really have anybody besides Rex.
Yeah.
Which at the very least, this Obi-Wan still works with Cody. Because like he did wear this outfit around Cody, so it's perfectly fine.
Mhm.
I'm mainly just missing the whole Anakin and Obi-Wan grouping without that Obi-Wan Clone Wars
Um,
Obi-Wan.
are you still looking for deluxe Palpatine?
Yeah,
How much is like how much do those go for?
like 600 plus.
Because there's somebody in one of the Facebook groups that has one that's 550 with shipper.
Yeah, that's about right. That's like the
Okay.
higher end. Yeah, like I don't think I've ever really seen it cheaper than 5.
Okay.
I should have got it when I could have got it for like 450.
Okay.
Definitely should have got it.
They posted this a few weeks ago or like 2 weeks ago. I've been following the post. I saved it because they started a few weeks ago and all the prices were kind of high, but they've been dropping them periodically, and like they must have just dropped them yesterday or today, and I didn't pay attention till just now because they also had a Winter Soldier um with shipper for it's down to 500, but it says it's sold. And then they had a even though I've got one that's all messed up, I thought maybe I'd pick up another one that's in good shape. But
Right.
they also had the Road-worn Thor from Ragnarok with shipper, but that's sold too. So I missed the two I was interested in, but they also, like I said, they have this Palpatine. They also have a Grand Moff Tarkin, but that's they have Grand Moff Tarkin and Darth Vader. It's $1,000. That's crazy.
Shoot me the link if you got it up.
I don't know. How do I share? They make this so damn hard to do stuff. There, I sent it to your Facebook. I don't know if you can pull up your Facebook real quick.
I'm pulling it up. Where did you send it
They've
to?
got Rob Bifo, Facebook Messenger.
Oh, Messenger. Okay. Got it.
They've got a New Hope Luke Skywalker, New Hope Obi-Wan, New Hope Han and Chewie, New Hope Princess Leia.
Captain America's stealth suit for 200.
Yeah, if I didn't have it, I would have gone in on that one. It's funny, all the ones I'm really interested in are still that I was interested in were still really pricey. But the road-worn Thor, I mean, she started that one at like $750, and it was down at $650 last I saw. I never saw it drop to $6. If I had seen it drop to $6, I probably would have tried to get that.
Right.
Because I really want that figure. And then the Winter Soldier, like I said, I probably would have gotten that one if it was up at 600 the last I saw. I might have gone for it at 5 just because I mean if I could sell this one I bought for even 100, I'd rather have one that was in good shape. But whatever.
I honestly wouldn't mind having. Damn. I would take that Palpatine, the Tarkin and Vader, the Obi-Wan, the Han, and the Chewie. Like, I wouldn't mind the Leia, but I really don't need it.
Yeah. Yeah, her
Right.
Star Wars set is pretty intense.
I also need $3,000.
Exactly.
As much as I need the figures. But I mean, honestly speaking, like the Tarkin Vader for $1,000, that's pretty. It kind of is what it is.
Yeah.
Like I'd
No,
rather
I know.
pay like 800, but like I wonder. I bet I probably could talk them down if I did get like all of them.
Well, sure. If you're buying that many, yeah,
Yeah.
if they can unload all of them at once, and yeah.
I just don't know what. Let me look at these prices again. They pull up the old notepad. Take some fucking notes. That's a really good price for when it's sold. I was gonna say that Maul, the DX17 with the DX16, DX17, yeah, 'cause that the Sideshow exclusive with the Maul with the speeder.
I'm not sure that's. I thought the sold was.
Oh,
Is the
maybe it
sold? The
is.
sold in front of.
Oh yeah, maybe it is in front of the Iron Man. Yeah, but 400 for that's a really good price.
Oh, maybe I was reading this wrong.
Are they putting sold
Oh,
in
the
front of it?
sold is in front of what sold. Okay, so they still have Thor, and they still have the Winter Soldier. I assumed the solds was
After?
in front of after it, but no,
Yeah,
I think you're right. I think
it
I'm
looks
reading
like
this
it's in
wrong.
front. Yeah.
Hmm.
So what? Let me look at these prices. Where's my calculator? We got Okay, I guess numlock wasn't on, so I just typed all that for no reason. Yeah, I was right. It was about $3,000 for Chewie, Han,
Yeah.
Tarkin, and Palpy.
Sorry.
Though I
Hit
guess
my mic.
I wonder if they'd be like cool, like I give you 22 for all of them, be $500 off, and that is 5 figures. So I guess I think it was 5 figures. How many figures did I put up on there? Did that one? Yeah, it was 5 figures. So it'd be $100 off each of them. That's actually not that bad of a discount. I think that's actually a pretty fair discount. Frankly, considering they're all overpriced
Yeah.
anyway. Like,
Yeah.
actually, I don't know if I would. Damn it, I don't know if I really want the. I like the Tarkin, but I don't know if I would really need the Vader that came along with it. Like, I'd rather almost just buy a Tarkin for like 400 or 500 at that point, because the Rogue One Vader is like unanimously the best Vader. So if I was gonna get a second Vader figure for next to no reason, I would just get the Rogue One one.
Yeah.
And frankly, they're probably gonna make another fucking Vader for the Obi-Wan series. I'm also hesitant, as much as I really would like a Han Solo, I'm hesitant on getting that A New Hope one because the head sculpt has never been like spot on. Like I might hold out to
Yeah.
see if like maybe they make a newer one in a couple years. But I would not mind at all having that Obi-Wan and Palpatine like 100%. Like Obi-Wan is like became one of, if not my favorite Star Wars characters lately.
Yeah.
And right now, my Alec Guinness Obi-Wan is just a robe with a lightsaber. I was honestly thinking about putting that on and like in the display, because like I have
Oh,
Obi-Wan's
definitely.
robe and I
Yeah.
have literally I could put the lightsaber arm on my Ewan McGregor Obi-Wan and then use that hilt as just the
Sure.
one that he drops.
Yep.
If I had a New
You
Hope
could even
Luke, it would actually
pose
work.
you could even pose Vader over top of it, like with his foot in the robes.
I could,
Kicking
yeah,
it
that's
like,
true.
where'd he go?
That is the goofiest fucking scene. He totally is just like and just walks away. That is the thing though too, I just realized if I had that Palpatine, I would probably want another Vader to pose with that Palpatine. Because I don't want to get I need that Vader on that Bespin base. Like what else am I gonna do with that Bespin base? I can't
Yeah.
not have Vader on that base. Like he has to be there in that pose. Like there's no point to it otherwise. Damn, I should have just got that fucking Palpatine. They had Palpatine and Dooku at the cheapest price I'll ever fucking see them, and I didn't get them. They did. The person did say that she is accepting fair offers.
I see that. Yeah. So she might be willing to come down a couple. I don't know how much you're looking to come off, but
I bet honestly the best I could probably get her to come down any if I did like Obi-Wan and Palpatine, I could probably get her to take 50 off.
yeah.
I mean, like I said, if I bought more, probably would take more. Like, I would like to have the Tarkin 2-pack because, like, I have Krennic, so like Tarkin would be pretty fucking fitting. Because then I could, if
Yeah.
I had the Vader, I could keep Tarkin with Vader, and I could also fucking put Tarkin with Krennic, and I just have options.
Mhm.
I could put Tarkin with the Emperor. Okay. There's just a lot of options. I never wanted the A New Hope Luke Skywalker, but like I said, I could totally do the robe Obi-Wan with A New Hope Luke. That would work out pretty well too.
Mhm.
The only problem is the A New Hope figures is kind of like it's like kind of like a rabbit hole, because like if I had a New Hope Luke, I would want a New Hope Leia, and I would obviously want the Han and Chewie. So it's like I pretty much would want every single Star Wars figure that this person has,
Sure.
frankly. I fucked something up. What is happening right now? Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay. I kept adding this shit up, and I kept getting lower prices than I added up before, but it's because I broke up, like, I had, like, 4 up here, then I hit enter a couple times and put some below because I was spacing out, like, "Well, I really just want these 2," then I moved them down.
Oh, yeah.
So I kept adding
Yeah.
that. I was like, "How am I getting less money than before?" I bet, though. So it's 3,500 for all of them. I bet she'd do 3 for all of it.
Yeah, I mean, that's not how many figures is that?
I think 7 figures?
So you're talking about less than 100 figures a piece or $100 a figure you're coming down.
Yeah. So
She
and
might she might do like $50 a figure. I don't know, it depends.
it would
I mean,
depend.
it depends
That's
on
still
like what
500 bucks a
figure it is and
piece.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if yeah, 3,500, that's still divided by 7, so that's 500 bucks a piece. So, like, granted, if you were to take that down to 500, then that's just bringing it to 430 a piece.
Sure, yeah.
I guess technically speaking, one is a 2-pack, so I guess you should maybe do it by 8. Just because then that's 437 a piece, so then it makes it a little bit more.
Mhm.
So yeah, then it'd be 375 a piece. That wouldn't be too bad. I don't know why I'm even bothering. I don't have 3 grand to spare regardless. Alright, this is I bet I could probably offer this, kinda need to have the
Well, I
fucking
mean,
money
you
first.
might be worth contact her. I mean, if you were willing to pay 450 for Palpatine, you might be worth contact her to offer her 5. She might come down 50 on it. I don't know.
True.
Like if you're willing to go up 50 just to get in, just be done with it. If you just want the one, but
I always just hate, like, spending that much on a figure, dude.
yeah.
Especially knowing, like, it was, like, 250 bucks. Yeah, I mean, like, maybe they'll make another one. Maybe some third party will make one eventually even, you know what I mean? Like, who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure at some point they will make another Palpatine figure. You know what's surprising? They never made one for Rise of Skywalker.
Not yet.
Well, I don't think
Although
they are. Yeah,
at this point they probably won't revisit, will they?
no, I think I heard at some
Although
point
they
too
chose
that
they
they
chose to re they chose to revisit every figure and even new ones from Iron Man 2. So who
True.
knows?
That is very true. And that was like a unanimously disliked Marvel movie. So maybe they will do that for a unanimously disliked Star Wars movie at some point. Never know.
Yeah.
I somehow doubt though, because I think I heard when they finally released the Rey and Kylo that they said that was going to be the last in the line. Like they weren't going to do anymore.
Okay.
Granted, things change. They may have said that about Iron Man 2 at some point in time. Who knows? Ugh. Do you want to? Are you doing anything on Sunday?
I might be going out somewhere. Maybe not Sunday evening, but during the day I got stuff I think I'm doing.
Okay. I was just contemplating switching the show to Sunday or not.
Okay. Yeah, I'm supposed to go with my folks on Sunday during the day.
Yeah, I know it's Father's Day, so I didn't know what was
Yeah. Yeah.
going on. We'll figure it out. I think I'm gonna go get some
All right.
food. Fucking
Sounds good.
starving.
I'm gonna get to bed. Yeah, I gotta get up for work in the morning, so I'm gonna get to bed.
I feel that.
Did you get into Warzone at all to see if it was working? You said you did the update?
I did the update, but I did not launch it or anything, so I still don't know if I don't even know if it was bugging on me beforehand. Like when you were
Yeah.
having problems. Did you have an
Yep.
update?
I did.
Yeah.
Like 27 gigs or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. I haven't tried it since I started around 5 today, so I'm hoping it went through, but
Yeah, normally
yep.
too, after a new patch for like a big game like that, there's more often than not a new driver update that comes out like a week from then. So
Okay.
if you're still having issues that you were having before, maybe it'll be fixed in an upcoming driver update.
I
I don't
just
know.
can't believe that like I need to I forgot to do that thing that you said like optimize my settings through
Oh yeah, through
I can't
GeForce.
remember through GeForce. Yeah, I forgot to do that, but like maybe if I do that it'll help or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I would try that. And like I said, the only thing to pay attention to when you do that is the render resolution. Like on mine, if I were to do that, it wants to change it to full screen instead of full screen borderless, and it wants to put my render resolution at 150%.
Okay.
So I would just make sure you change those. Like I play in borderless because it just runs better for whatever reason.
Okay.
And like I said, the only other thing that's weird too is like it wants to disable DLSS, even though DLSS is like a GTX thing. So like, I don't know why. But you could always try it
Yeah.
because maybe if you have DLSS enabled and you're having these issues, maybe that is just what's causing the issues, and like maybe them wanting to disable it is for a reason, like fuck, who knows?
Okay.
So, but yeah, we'll just have to give it a
All
try.
right.
But
Yep.
I'll see you tomorrow or some point.
Sounds good. All right, man. Take care.
All right, later.
Later.
All right. There you have it, boys. It was good to be back on stream, honestly. It was a different stream. We normally play some games and do some stuff like that, but spent most of the time talking about the weather and mainly figures, though, in all honesty. And I enjoy talking about figures, so that's always fun. Don't forget, guys, every Monday our show, Honest and Uneducated, goes live. Goes up about 7 a.m. Talk about movies, movie news, video games, comic books, collectibles, all sorts of fun stuff like that. And you can actually submit topics and questions to us that we can address on the show just by emailing us here at honestanduneducated@gmail.com. That's honestanduneducated@gmail.com. And then every Wednesday, our collectible reviews go up. And most recently, I did the review of the Hot Toys Deluxe version of Jin Urso. And as I said a couple times on the show here, and one more recently to John, this is like one of my favorite figures at this point in time. Like, I absolutely love this figure. I'm very happy I was able to pick this up, especially for a pretty fair price given its current going rate right now. So that review is up on the channel. You can go search for that. And then any other past ones, like I said, they go up every Wednesday. And right now, I've been mainly doing the Hot Toys figures because I've been getting a lot of those in. That's come to a screeching halt now with all the delays recently in the shipping and whatnot. But there it is. Collectible reviews nevertheless go up every Wednesday. And then again, every day, every Friday here, we do the stream. So we normally go live around 8 to 9 p.m., somewhere around in that time frame. Just depends on what we have going on. So that's every Friday. But yeah, guys, I'll do it. So if you enjoy the content and you like the video, you like hanging out here, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, go watch the show. The show also, the aforementioned show, Honest and Uneducated, goes up every Monday, as I said, but it also goes up in podcast form. So if you don't always have time to watch it here on the YouTube channel, you can search Honest and Uneducated on your podcast platform of choice, and the audio version goes up at the same time every day as well. So every Monday, podcast and YouTube video goes up for the show, Honestly Uneducated. But that'll do it for me today, guys. I appreciate you watching. Be sure to like and subscribe and all that sorts of fun stuff. But